catch.
It was.
It was a fingertip catch. I mean, it was like a higher degree of difficulty, and he hauled it in. And yeah, I thought Evan Ingram had a great day, and really offensively, man, it is starting to look like, dare I say,
don't you say it
dare
yet.
I say, a high-level offense in a way that has been missing here in Denver, Colorado for years. And now I don't want to get over my skis here.
Let the pads come on first.
Let's wait till the pads come on. But within the framework of what today was, it couldn't have gone much better for the Broncos offense considering the defense that they're going up against. So I have to tell you, I'm pretty thrilled right now with what I'm seeing. Again, it's the first official day. It's kind of day 3 with an asterisk, but still, we're going to react to practice. As I always say, we're at practice, so we're going to react to practice. And we've waited months for this moment, and here we are, so we're going to continue to react. But, yeah, Evan Ingram was fantastic, but offensively, Bo Nix, and, yeah, it's 7-on-7. But, damn, dude was dialed in.
Yes, he was.
And I believe he went 3 of 4 in that first period.
Correct.
And the only play that didn't work out was a Pat Surtain pass breakup intended for Cortland Sutton. Big whoop. He's the best cornerback in the league. So, yeah, I kind of have a pep in my step today talking about the offense, but it's a reflection of what I just watched for two hours.
CB, think about last year during camp. We didn't talk about the offense winning a day.
No.
Maybe until what is it, the second week in camp? And we're talking about the offense winning multiple days already. Now, of course, the pads have to come on. You're gonna have different plays. They're gonna have more installs. It's scripted at times, but you still have to go out there and execute.
Sure.
You're still out there competing.
Sure.
They want to see guys compete, and then at some point they'll start to really dial it down and start to really just work on plays, work on installs. So it is good to see Bo Nix out there slinging it when he's been sitting there on the sideline all of OTAs, and he's probably a little bit rusty, but he's not actually showing it. And so now he's moving around the pocket. You got to see him step in the pocket a couple times. He was very accurate today on a couple deep balls.
He was.
He's confident. He's checking plays. Everything that you want to see right off the bat from a year 3 quarterback, you're seeing in Bo Nix early.
Yeah, and you want to know what? It wasn't just Bo.
No.
I thought Jarrett Stidham had a great day as well.
There we go.
I mean, there was a couple balls that Stiddy put on guys downfield where it was like, wow, okay. And then, honestly, I thought Sam Ehlinger had a small collection of throws that were like, okay, Sammy, like you're out there too. So,
but can we please tell the audience that there is no such thing as a quarterback competition going on? Don't listen to Sean on this.
Sean was asked about it today. He said,
don't listen to Sean.
He said there's a competition at all these positions, which is like
Sean.
the most football coach thing to say ever.
Tell that to PS2.
Well, yeah,
there's competition. PS2.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'd be pretty surprised if Sam Ehlinger was ultimately named QB2. But for right now, let's just let it play out. I mean, why be in a rush? I agree with you ultimately that Jarrett Stidham's going to continue to be the backup.
You tell me to slow down a little bit. Slow down, young, but just enjoy it.
It's just it's the start of the summer. Let's see what it looks like throughout it. I mean, it's not start of the summer, but it's the start of training camp. And so, but yeah, it's so encouraging that the offense is playing at this level. And Jalen Waddle, I mean, his impact was felt repeatedly.
Receiver 1
today.
Come on now. Come on. What did I say?
Today he was. Today he was. Do you think he was the best receiver out there today?
Yeah, hands down. Now, don't get me wrong. Cortland Sutton was making catches, right? I think he had the first catch of the day.
And it was the day. It was a gash.
It
to
was,
the defense.
and the fans went wild, went crazy. Court was pumping him up, doing what Cortland Sutton loves to do because everybody loves Court. But Jalen Waddle, the man, the myth, the legend right now, and the way that this guy can get in and out of those breaks, the speed that man has, it's just different. And it's going to open the game up. It's going to take pressure off of Court, obviously, but it's also going to open the doors for Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin to have opportunities one-on-one with the nickel or safety, and that's scary.
Sure.
Because you have two really good receivers that if they're in man coverage and they get past the nickel or that safety, it's house call. It's a 50-yard touchdown, and they were working on that today, actually, as, having someone like Waddle be a decoy at times so someone like Troy Franklin can get upfield for an explosive play.
Yeah. All right, man. Great day for the offense. I thought Pat Bryant there, especially in the first portion of practice, had a huge play to the right side. Waddle was working that right side. Lil Jordan, I thought little Jordan had arguably the catch of the day in the first period, going way upstairs.
No Jay on the track.
Yeah, and going to that top shelf where Mama hides the cookies there early in 7-on-7. So
I love those cookies, man.
that's 3 straight days for Lil Jordan Humphrey. Lil Jordan Humphrey has made a legitimate impact in 3 consecutive days. So, again, yesterday I referred to him as nobody's favorite. But, again, if we're going to react to practice, Lil Jordan Humphrey making an impact for this Denver Broncos offense, as did Marvin Mims.
Yes.
What did your eyes tell you when it came to Marvin Mims?
My eyes told me that this man continues to make plays. And somebody out there might be saying, Phil, what are you talking about? You're crazy. We know that. All he does is make plays. Well, he did today a couple times. And what Marvin Mims is trying to show all of us, show the coaching staff, show the fans, is that he can run routes. And he did that a couple times where he's getting in and out of his breaks on some out routes, and he's catching hard balls. And then he's also able to open up like he has for the past two years.
Yeah.
And he did it again against Riley Moss.
He did.
Marvin Mims wants to let everybody know that he's here to stay. Now, if the Denver Broncos decide they want to trade him, that's on them. But what Marvin Mims is saying is, if you want big-time plays, then you put me in. Big-time plays come from Marvin Mims, and it's going to continue to do that, and he's going to continue to do that as long as they let him, ZB.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Well, very, very exciting day on what could be here later this fall. Again, we know the framework of this thing. But, man, I've been at these this is my 10th straight year being at Broncos training camp.
You know, baby.
And I certainly am. And this was one of the better first official days we've seen from a Denver Broncos offense in 10 years. That's not hyperbolic. Does that mean they're going to score 40 week 1 against Kansas City Chiefs? It doesn't. But, again, 10 years in, it's probably the best first official day of training camp offensively that I've seen. And that is wildly encouraging for Bo Nix, for Davis Webb, for Sean Payton, and the Denver Broncos. What did our eyes tell us when it came to the other side of the football? Also, a peek at the running backs coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Lawther. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, Broncos country, buckle up. As you know, it's Phillip Lindsay here, and if you've ever watched me play, which I know a lot of you have, I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, you need that same kind of reliable power, and this is why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Row Wide. Let's be real, getting to and from the airport or your destination could be a total fumble. And although your boy Phillip over here, Feel the Deal, has never fumbled in the league, I don't want to deal with stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, and nobody else needs to deal with it either. Hermes Row Wide is here to step their game up, all right, score that game-winning touchdown for you so that you can enjoy your summer plans, your travel plans with your family and friends. And they're going to offer top-notch transportation services from sleek airport transfers and comfortable clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and very professional, and they understand that your vacation time is precious to you and your beautiful family. So, what I'm trying to tell you is you need to ditch the travel day headaches and make this summer vacation a guaranteed win. Call Hermes Row Wide today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, it's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Hey Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Skip this year's front porch roofing circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Legacy means tomorrow matters. Hi folks, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. Tomorrow, next week, next month, 10 years from now matters. My wife Susan and I started Done Right in our garage in 1985, and our family has always been focused on legacy. What we do, how we do it, how we treat people matters. As a result, we've grown to be one of the largest companies of our kind in Colorado, specializing in kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. Here's our son Todd.
Dad, doing what's right shapes all of our projects. Whether a first-class kitchen renovation, a turnkey bathroom remodel, a full-service basement finish, or new windows and doors. We'll wow you with your project, your experience, and with an 8% scheduling incentive and a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments. Now couldn't be a better time. Dad?
Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. Reserve your spot. Go to drhi.com. Thanks for listening.
Sleep falling short? Visit Mattress Firm today. Their sleep experts will find you the right bed at an unbeatable price during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, hanging out with you at Saddle Rock Golf Course. Zach By, Phillip Lindsay with you on a Friday. And we
Freaky
have
Friday, Z. Freaky Friday.
It is a bit of a Freaky Friday. We have so much more ground to cover as we react to the first official day of Denver Broncos training camp. We were out there watching every single rep. All right, and let's talk real quick. Actually, before we move to the defense, just to kind of finish up the conversation about the offense. We are seeing more pre-snap motion. That early hint we got in mandatory minicamp is showing up here with a Davis-led, Sean Payton still in charge sort of offense here.
Yeah, and you want to see a lot more of that. One, of course, it helps the quarterback. It gives you an indication of if it's zone or man, and now you can check out of whatever the play you have going for you, or you can keep it on, right? You can say can, which means check, or hey, we're good. also it gets the team moving. It gets the offense moving, but also it can get the defense off kiltered, and maybe they move just a smidge to the left, and now you have the middle of the field wide open. So you want to have that misdirection. You want to have the receivers moving around and getting head starts, because that's how you create explosive plays, but also trickery. There was a couple times today where Marvin Mims is motioning just to go around the running back and the quarterback, and then he's getting the ball. And then they do it again where the same play where you think it's going to Mims, and then you look up and it's a screen to R.J. Harvey. So it's making sure that every play mirrors each other, so you don't know if it's a run or pass, who's getting the ball, and that's just a little wrinkle to what Davis Webb has done so far.
Yeah, and there was another play where it was a fake screen. So
Yeah.
so you're seeing them like spin off of these other plays, and obviously that's the game of football, right? You're trying to
be creative,
create an advantage, and then create another advantage based off that, and get that defense off kilter. And I'm trying to remember, that fake screen play was a fake screen to Waddle.
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
it was a fake screen to Waddle.
So they had three on one side. So they had three wide, but it was a trips. They used to say trips left. So you got three receivers to one side, and they were lined up. Troy Franklin in the middle, and it was Cortland Sutton and Waddle. Court goes to block. Waddle goes for a fake screen, and you have Troy Franklin leaking up the field for a seam route, and Bo Nix tried to hit Troy on that bomb.
And I think that would have been a huge play.
It would have been a big time play. And although they did not connect on that play, ZB, it's the little things like that that can help you out, because now it keeps the defense honest. And now they're like, okay, we have to fear Troy Franklin's speed, or okay, if we sit here and we fear Troy Franklin all day and they dump it off to Waddle, we all know that Waddle can hurt you by just taking a screen, catching a screen, making somebody miss, and now he's down the sideline for an 80-yard touchdown because he has that type of speed, that type of explosiveness.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. It's really fun to watch. It looks different and it feels different, and that is a really, really welcome change for an offense that was just so disjointed a year ago. I mean, just boom or bust, like personified, and we're seeing the early returns being really, really good. Defensively, did anyone or anything stick out to you?
You know, man, defense, it's a little tricky right now because you don't have pads on. Once the pads come on, now the offensive line and defensive line, they go at it, and now it makes it harder for a quarterback to read a play. So right now, ZB, there's not too much I can say about the defense. There's not one specific guy that's just standing out, and honestly, that may be a good thing. That means that these guys have been together for so long now that I'm not surprised that they're out there making plays. Now, there was a couple times where I'm like, okay, PS2, what are you doing? And what I think is happening out there, ZB, is I think that Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos, he has a couple wrinkles in there as well, where I think he's trying to go a little bit more zone as of right now than just man. He wants to see how this team can do in zone, so maybe they can get more turnovers. That's something that Sean Payton wants, right? We all want turnovers. Well, in order to do that, you have to get out of man at times, go zone so everything stays in front of you, and now the defense is watching the quarterback instead of watching a player, and that's how you have turnovers, and that's how you create turnovers, ZB.
So are you expecting there to be just like a massive uptick in zone being played?
No, I'm not. So I'm not going to sit here and say I think there's going to be a major switch or major swing. I think there's going to be times where it's going to be put in there because nobody's expecting it.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be like on a 3rd and 7 where you have to throw the football and you think Denver's going to go man because you see it all the time, and then all of a sudden they pop up in zone. And now they have an interception because the quarterback thinks it's man and it's really zone.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep our eye on that dynamic defensively moving forward throughout the summer. Just how much more zone defense will we see the Denver Broncos play? Karene Reed peanut punching the ball out from Michael Bandy.
Mo Bandy.
And picking up that fumble and taking it to the house for a touchdown. Haven't seen a lot of that for the Denver Broncos. A couple years ago, we saw more turnovers like that with like the likes of like Cody Barton and Alex Singleton, but we hadn't seen it too much last year as the Denver Broncos a year ago. And this is almost impossible to believe. Despite being 14-3 and having a defense that went for, I think it was 63 sacks, the least amount of turnovers forced in 20 years of Denver Bronco football. That is just impossible to try to make sense of that, so I won't try. But year over year, I think there's going to be, just by natural, like positive regression. You're going to see more turnovers this year, and already a good indication. Saw a pick yesterday, saw a forced fumble taken to the house today.
Yep.
We saw PS2 break up a couple balls. He looked sharp until the end of practice. And I want to talk about this. So there's a 2-minute period at the end of practice, all right? And they put 1 minute 24 seconds on the clock, no timeouts.
End of half.
End of half, that's right. That's right.
It was end of half this time.
Yep.
It's going to be in the game, I guess, and tomorrow.
Yep. Now, Troy Franklin, during this series, actually made Riley Moss stumble. And so the Troy Franklin factor is a real one.
You like what you see so far?
No. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Troy Franklin. I mean, he already took that big step forward from around 200 yards his rookie year, over 700 yards his second year. And I'm looking at him going, man, I wonder what this would have looked like if Waddle never came into the fold. You know, in the best kind of way.
Oh, he'd be receiver too.
He'd be receiver too.
As of right now.
As of right now. I really like what I'm seeing from Troy Franklin. Anyway, back to that under 2 minute end of half sequence. Bo scrambled forward, not like stepping up in the pocket, but he was deep in the backfield, scrambled forward, kept his eyes downfield to Sutton, which he connected with, but the coaching staff ruled it a sack. Okay, so they take time off the clock. He hits Waddle for a slant. Bo does, all right? Q Robinson. We need to circle back to Q here in a second. He knocked down a ball at the line of scrimmage on the second to last play of practice, and then with 3rd and 5, with 9 seconds left in the first half, Marvin Mims, all right, broke out to the sidelines with PS2 and coverage with Hufanga, the former All-Pro safety, over the top, and they were able to connect on it.
15-yard out route.
And that's how practice ended. The Broncos executing a 1 minute and 24-second sequence at the end of the second quarter in this fabricated stage setting, right, but connecting for a walk-off field goal, essentially, to go into the locker room in that scenario that they painted today. But it was also one of those sequences where it was like, man, how did that defense let Marvin Mims get to the sideline? You know that's where they want to go. If the play ends in the middle of the field, the half is over. So that was, unless it was schemed up that way, that was a tough way to end the half.
I'll tell you what, when you have a cornerback that's in front and a safety over the top, usually you're playing zone. And so, like, that's something I'm talking about where it's like you're doing something different that you're not used to doing. Even for PS2 and Hufanga, they're used to playing man, and Hufanga's used to playing in the box. So this is the time to make those mistakes or to communicate and say, hey, man, I need you to drop back PS2 just a little bit more to help me out. But I think it's the little wrinkle of playing zone and trying new things out, and that's kind of what happened. You kind of had miscommunication there, and you have Marvin Mims picking up a 15-yard first down that leads to a field goal before halftime.
Yeah. All right. Really good day out at Broncos training camp. In about 19 minutes, I'm going to share with you some thoughts. I have obtained the documents in the Jonathan Cooper case. The affidavits, the text messages that were sent to that longtime girlfriend. And we'll talk about that and what I think is next in that whole dramatic situation here coming up at 3 o'clock. But before we get to that, there's someone else out there at Broncos practice that just continues to flash. And you need to know it. All right? We'll talk about it next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various international hot tubs locations across the metro area. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. Their salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Do you have a good lemonade recipe? I'm looking for one. This is Jay Rickstrew for Alpine Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Now that summer is here, so are new opportunities. Fresh as a glass of lemonade. Maybe a home project is on your mind. Would your family like to take a camping trip somewhere fun? Whatever you'd like to make happen this season, Alpine Bank would like to be part of it. There are so many helpful tools and resources we offer to make this a great summer. Please give us a chance to tell you more about them. Stop by sometime soon. Oh, and if you have that lemonade recipe, bring it along too. My wife makes a peach pie that's knock your socks off. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Yeah. I'm hanging out with you on a Friday. Happy Friday to you, one and all. All right, you made it for the weekend. And if you're working over the weekend, as I've said for many, many years here, keep going. Keep going. I've been there. I lived that life for all of my 20s, and you got this. Okay. There is someone out at practice that is just continuing to flash. He is not a household name for the Denver Broncos. He might have a shot. Okay. He might have a shot. Nothing I can do. And I'm talking about young Alabama product, Hugh Robinson, who has got all the physical tools that you could ask for as a pass rusher. Now, he's still going to be playing special teams and all that, but this guy, he flashed at OTAs. He flashed at mandatory minicamp. He's flashing in training camp. And at a certain point, it's just like, yeah, there's something there. And he was obviously a developmental a player coming out of Alabama, was never a great player, was drafted based off traits. But it's we're seeing something. Yeah, we're seeing something.
Right, even from last year to this year, he's sitting down and he's already a good man.
Yeah.
On the air, not just
Well,
on the air.
I know, I'm trying to hear it.
Like, because we can't stay on the air for this. He understands that he has a chance to play a little bit more than he did last year. Go to great. Played in 6 games.
5 years, $70 million. That's Denver's reported offer. Payton Watson's camp allegedly wants more than 25 a year. Milwaukee, the Clippers, and Atlanta are all pushing for a sign and trade. And word is Watson might just take the QO, play for $6.5 million, and bet on himself next summer. So what happens next? Does Watson blink? Does Denver budge? Or does somebody swoop in and take him? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Zach here, hanging out with my guy Phil at Saddle Rock Golf Course today. We're going to be here until about 6 o'clock. If you ever wanted to come say hello, now is the time. And this is a home game for me. I got to be honest. I am at Saddle Rock all the time, whether it's using their massive practice putting green or their extensive driving range. And then they have the chipping area to work on your chipping and getting out of the sand as well. Man, I love being at Saddle Rock. I probably played it already maybe 12, 15 times this year. Just broke 100 from the Blues this past weekend. I'm fired up. Guys, it has some of the best mountain views of any golf course in the state of Colorado. And if you play with a kid, after 2 o'clock, that's 12 or under, guys, his round is free or her round is free with a paying adult. Is a fantastic deal. And if you want to come play Saddle Rock, 7 o'clock or later, they have a twilight round for $25. All right, we'll be here until about 6 o'clock. Come say hello.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Guys, are you looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get Advanced Hair's breakthrough one-day treatment during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. For details and a free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR or at advancedhair.com.
Anna had a very severe brain injury.
My dad got in contact with Berg Simpson.
They didn't think about the money. They thought about what was best for Anna. That's all that mattered to me, just making sure that she was okay.
Not only would I recommend Berg Simpson to others, I have recommended Berg Simpson to others.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
The hot weather is here. Stoke here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new air conditioner? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. They have amazing financing options and incredible rebates too, only from the best. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We've just celebrated our 27th year in business. Thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this, no more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play, get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
And Doug.
Hot dog, get your hot dog.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
This segment on The Fan brought to you by Denver Roof Pros.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
All righty. We are almost 1 hour in the books, quicker than a New York minute, hanging out with you. Dealing with some technical issues here out on location as we are live from Saddle Rock Golf Course, one of my favorite places to be in the entire world.
It's not going to bring us down, ZB. We know how to overcome these obstacles, man.
That's
Jump
right.
over them.
That's right.
Come
that's
on,
right.
Z-Bird.
That's right. But yeah, it's been a funky day from a technical standpoint.
Yeah.
With our stuff starting first thing in the morning. These kind of things happen, and thank you guys for bearing with us. We were just talking about Q Robinson, okay? And this young man, and if you guys go out to Broncos practice, he is number 51, all right? He has incredible size, incredible traits. We've talked about Q Robinson, an SEC prospect, a mid-round prospect. I believe was he a third or fourth round? I'll get it for sure here in a second. But Q Robinson –
was he I think he was the third because it
was Savion second.
Savion, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember like the order of it all. But you're seeing someone pop in real time, and you're seeing the traits that got him drafted by the Denver Broncos in the first place. All right, I've used the phrase more prospect than player. But we are seeing a player emerge here, Phil.
Yeah, you're seeing a player that's getting comfortable and understanding what he needs to do in the system. You're seeing a player that's working on his craft and he's ready to take that next step. You're seeing a player that's more confident, and I always say knowledge equals confidence equals playing fast. Last year, you're a rookie. You're this developmental story. You're just happy to be there. Now going into year 2, you know you have an opportunity to play a little bit more.
Sure.
You had a little bit of taste, a little bit of a taste when it comes to playing anyway, where you played in 6 regular season games and you played in the playoffs and had yourself a sack, and you want some more of it. So for Big Q Robinson, it comes down to now is just, can you be consistent? Can you find ways to make plays? Can you find ways to be in the right spots all the time? Can you find ways to make plays on special teams? That's how you're going to get on the field at the beginning of all this and continue to grow. Lean on Jonah Ellis. Lean on Nick Bonito. Lean on the coaching staff. Trust the process. Trust what they have to say, and you'll go out there and you'll start to make the plays, and we'll start to talk about you even more.
Yeah, so good for Q Robinson, and really good for George Payton. Identifying a talent like this where the production in college isn't there. So, like, and by the way, just house cleaning, he was the 4th round pick.
So he was the 4th.
Savion Jones, the other SEC player that was picked right before, is the 3rd round pick out of LSU. Then came Q Robinson out of Alabama. But like from a George Payton standpoint, like this is like not a crazy gamble because it's the 4th round, but you're drafting someone who didn't produce at the college level. What would make you believe or lead you to believe that he could produce at the professional level if he didn't do it at the collegiate level? But now we're seeing the Broncos are a good football team with a good offensive line, and he's making a real impact. So,
it's the tangibles, though, ZB, right?
Right.
It's the length. It's the speed. It's the physicality. It's saying, okay, I know we don't have to use him this year or even next year, but we have really good coaches in the building. We have a great head coach, and we have really good pro players, right? Pros who can teach this young man truly how to be a football player at this level, and he's going to take time, and they know that, and so there's no rush. But for Big Q Robinson, he's saying, I want a little bit more of a rush.
Sure.
I want to be out there.
Right.
I want to prove that I belong here in this league, and he's doing it. And now, like I said earlier, consistency. Every day, stack those bricks. Every day, make a play so that you're forced into that lineup, so that you're forced to have us talk about you every day saying, hey, Q Robinson again. All right, this man just keeps showing up. This man just keeps making plays. He's batting balls down. He's getting sacks. He's getting tackles. All right, he's in the right places at the right times. He's playing smart football. That's what you want if you're Q Robinson over time.
Yeah, and you just love to see it. You just love to see a young player flash, earn his opportunity. And now the question is there a role for Q Robinson on game days? Right, like actual Sundays, non-special teams, snaps. Could we see Robinson out there playing for the Denver Broncos, as a defensive player? I don't know the answer to that yet, but I like what I see here early. And if he continues to stack days, and again, we're early in the process here. It's going to be a long training camp. But if he can continue to stack days, some guys, they become inevitable or, unavoidable. Like this guy has got to play for the Broncos in 2026.
You're damn right, ZB, and I feel like I was one of them, right? Like you didn't want
definitely.
to like me, but I was making enough plays, and I was being explosive to where it's like, hey, let's keep him on the roster. Now, he may not play a lot, but we know that he can be explosive for us. And then all of a sudden, I didn't think I was going to play the first game of the year. I thought I was just going to play special teams, be a gunner, kick return. If I have to do some punt return duties, I was going to do that. All of a sudden, middle of the first quarter, they're calling my name to go out there and make a play. And sure enough, what do? I make that play. And so for Q Robinson, when they do give you the opportunity and you do make this roster again and they do call your number, go make it count. Go get that sack. Let everybody know you're here to stay.
Yeah. All right. Absolutely love it. More from training camp observations just a little bit later in today's show. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS-FM Laramie. We are live with you here on a Friday. We're not going to commercial break. We're not going anywhere. All right. I want to shift.
Here we go.
Yep. I want to shift gears here a little bit. All right, into the Jonathan Cooper situation.
Yeah.
All right, which is still sort of looming over the Denver Broncos. I was able to obtain an affidavit for the arrest. All right, with determination of probable cause, a summons, a complaint, along with another affidavit. All right, so I have all these documents. There's a lot to it, and I'll tell you genuinely what I wanted to do here today is I wanted to just actually read the arrest report, all right, from the first night that contained some violence. To what degree? Well, we don't know because we weren't there, and that's what makes this, sort of a problematic situation, all right? But unfortunately, the police report is so detailed that if I read it all, I would have to read over 8 pages.
Damn.
And we're just not going to do that. All right, we're not going to do that. Here's what I'll say. Is that you know most of the sequence of what happened that night in early June. I think it was June 4th. Okay, a lot of it has been put out there and sort of summarized in articles on ESPN.com and through the Associated Press. Okay, so there's nothing like totally reinventing the wheel when you actually do read the report, okay? But there's a couple things that I think are interesting, all right? And I'm not good enough, and I don't think I'm smart enough to just jump into a space that's not mine, like the legal world, and do it all myself, okay? So I leaned on a friend who is a very good lawyer. I'm going to keep his name out of it per his request. but I said, hey, this is not my space. I've obtained these documents. Can you tell me what you think? Okay. And there's a couple things there that I want to mention. And then ultimately, when we get through this, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen.
For sure.
Okay. And that it will be speculation, but it's more of that hypothesis type, maybe an educated guess on what is next.
Let me get my popcorn out.
Okay. So there is a very key phrase in the affidavit, and it comes from the sergeant on the night of, okay? And he labels her what he called the primary aggressor.
Primary aggressor.
That she was the primary aggressor, according to the sergeant who was there on the night of.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's an important phrase, because as this very intelligent lawyer told me, you cannot unring that bell. On that night, you labeled her the primary aggressor. And, of course, we remember she was also arrested and with some charges put to her name.
Yeah.
Okay? But that phrase, she's the primary aggressor, is significant.
So she's like the focal point then, right?
Yeah.
She's the one.
And in the report, it talks about Cooper is laughing and scrolling on his phone and texting. And she believes that he is communicating with a woman right in front of her. And that's what set her off. And so she, ran up behind him, snatches the phone, throws it against the wall. She also took a cereal bowl and chucked that against the wall. And then when the police says, well, can you show us these marks? He says, yeah. And he goes over and shows them the dent in the wall and this stuff. So they also said that he was the officer noted Cooper was calm and respectful through the process. Okay. She was more she was hyperventilating and all this stuff. Okay.
And none of it. I'm sorry for interrupting. Like,
please jump in
had
anytime.
to do with like alcohol too. Like none of them were.
So
that you know.
No. That is not listed in the report. Or that I can remember at this time after reading the 9 pages. But it is noteworthy that you say that, because when he came back the second time, when after this whole thing happened and the penners sit him down and say, dude, step back from the situation, he went back. And when he went back, she was telling the police officers, based on his history, he might be on drugs or alcohol. Okay. So we have that. And by the way, let me just say this, and I should have done this off the top the way that I did yesterday. I am not here in any way, shape, or form to tell you one side or the other. I want to pass along some information. I'm going to read you some of the text messages that have not been had light shed on them. But I want to just make sure I emphatically relay to you. There is no agenda here. I am not going to tell you that Jonathan Cooper is a good guy. I'm not going to tell you Jonathan Cooper doesn't deserve to be punished, okay? I'm just going to relay a couple things, tell you what I think is going to happen based off of conversation with a very bright lawyer, and then we'll move forward. Okay. But that primary aggressor phrase by the sergeant on that night, Harvey Steinberg, and again, I have to say this too. We did the segment on Harvey, and I went through his history. Harvey Steinberg is a wizard of a lawyer. I cannot communicate that any more clearly. I don't know how he sleeps at night through the years of the people, but that's the life of a defense attorney.
I don't know if that man has lost a case yet.
Phil, I'm telling you, there's a few lawyers that strike fear into the hearts and minds of defense attorneys or district attorneys, okay? And he's one of them.
Yeah.
And Harvey has in the past embarrassed district attorneys when defending Denver Broncos. Go ahead and do your own research on the Parrish Cox case from back in whatever year that was, where everyone in the courtroom thought that Harvey and his client were going to lose, and there were open gasps in the courtroom when they announced that verdict, and Harvey won. Okay,
he's great at his job.
He is elite, like the elite of the elite, and so. That primary aggressor, when I was told you can't unring that bell, Harvey Steinberg is going to sink his teeth into that. Also, the nurse in this case is going to become this is going to have a very big role in this. Okay, the nurse says that the girlfriend of Jonathan Cooper had a traumatic brain injury from this night.
The nurse.
I was told Harvey Steinberg is going to have a field day with that diagnosis because you cannot just examine someone and determine that they've had a traumatic brain injury. Okay? So that is going to be a real point of contention here if this thing goes to trial. Okay? And what the argument will be is she is not qualified. That nurse is outside her scope. And they will be asking questions. How did that nurse reach the determination of hypoxia and a potential near-death experience? They are going to, and what's going to happen here if this thing goes the distance? They are going to hire an independent doctor and prove that this woman does not have a traumatic brain injury or a TBI.
Yep.
And the evidence that was collected on the night of was not, in fact, consistent with strangulation. And then furthermore, they're going to say, this is what Harvey Steinberg and his experts are going to say, is that nurses are not hired to give a medical diagnosis. And he is not going to let this stand up. And a forensic nurse is like this is, this is a forensic nurse. They're not allowed to give medical diagnosis. Now, there's an argument that a nurse practitioner can, but she's not a nurse practitioner.
And yet she was able to go out there and they took her information and they're running with it.
Yes. But like what they are, what I've basically been told after consulting with a lawyer, after obtaining these documents, they are going to have a field day with the credibility of the nurse. Doctors gives that kind of stuff, right? When something's like really going wrong, the nurse goes and gets who?
The doctor.
The doctor, right? So I was told they are going to have a field day with this, and I was also told by the consulting lawyer that I trust that they are going to bring up experts and they are going to rip this nurse's qualifications, which is a bachelor's degree. They're going to rip that she should never have been in that situation to give that sort of diagnosis the way that she did it. Okay?
So this nurse might not even want to testify.
I have no idea how all that is going to work. I'm assuming like if this came to it, she would testify, but do you know what you're getting into if you're her and going up against – this is not her world, right? So, yeah. Okay. After just putting all this out there, a couple things that haven't been shared are the text messages that he was texting her, according to the affidavit, 20 times. Now, this is where Jonathan Cooper, I don't know what he was thinking, and I'm not here to diagnose what he was thinking, okay? But when they told him, dude, fall back, stay away, he did not. The Denver Broncos, Greg Penner, every meaningful person that is involved with Jonathan Cooper directly from the Broncos, they all told him the same thing.
So the text messages that you're getting ready to describe and explain,
yes.
This is the second time when
this
they
is the
told
second time, yes. So the first incident happens. This is 1 week later. All right, he reaches out. All right, he called her twice. All right. Via Snapchat and FaceTime, all right? She was with an officer, from what I understand. They told her, do not pick up these calls. He began to text her, okay? Now, I'm going to read the text messages, okay? He says, pray you're good, for real. Now, and hold on, time out. I'm going to read it the way he wrote it because I'm going to be specific, okay? I'm not here to clean up his English. Okay? With yours either. All right? But I'm going to read it the way he wrote it.
Well, you clean up mine usually.
I try. There's not enough polish in the world. All right?
All right. Maybe I'll understand it. So if you need me to understand it, maybe I'll translate it. All right, let's go.
So here's what Jonathan Cooper said to this young woman. Okay? Pray you're good, for real, not seeing anyone or talking to anyone, especially Jaden. Separate text. I'd what the court says, you can talk to me or at least be for real, I'm upset and horny. Okay? Now, if I were to try to clean that up, I think he's saying it says IDE, so I think he says IDC.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care what the court says. You can talk to me or at least F me. For real, I'm upset and horny. Separate text.
Now, Z, as you're going down these text messages, is she texting back?
She's not responding at all.
Okay.
Separate text. For real, though. Separate text. You can say something, or are you really worried about the law? Separate text. I'm just wanna F at this point. I ain't seen my kids in 2 going on 4 weeks of you not on that. Just say something. Separate text. Or what, are you going to give my messages to lawyer? Tor lawyer? I think he means to lawyer.
Yeah.
Separate text.
He means to.
Can I slide? Separate text. You can say no. Separate text. Are you scared of the law? Separate text. Be the only way they find out is through me. Can you stop being scared? It's just me. Separate text. I'm sorry. I don't know why you were so scared in the beginning. Separate text. I just wanted to see you before you went away. Separate text. I was knocking on your door for 5 minutes. Separate text. Please, I won't betray you. Separate text. Would rather not tell anyone anything. I can't believe this happened and it makes me very sad. Separate text. I'm sorry for everything. If you want to leave and you don't, see how I lived you. I'm sorry. I think he means loved there.
Yeah, loved.
No fear.
I got you.
No fear. It's been me, and I've loved you the best I could. If you're leaving me and done now, I don't know. Separate text. I'm sad, and without you, I feel low.
Damn.
Final text. You were supposed to take care of me. End quote. Okay, so it sounds...
The woman never texted.
Never responded back. So there was 2 phone calls that went unresponded to, and I believe 20 text messages that she did not respond to. And then also, don't forget, and he alludes to it there, he went to her house.
Yeah.
And she's taking a video of him through the peephole with her phone, and he's on the other side trying to get into the house.
I wonder how many times he did Snapchat, too, because if you know Snapchat disappears. So like that's just it's another thing, people may laugh, but like it disappears. So you're trying to contact her not just via text, but also the Snapchat, any way you can try to get to her.
Sure. Okay, so this is me now sharing my opinion and editorializing. Cooper clearly is spiraling here. That's what it sounds like to me. When you're calling someone, they won't pick up.
Seems like he's like maybe intoxicated. I'm speculating. Like it just seems like he's like out of his mind a little bit.
He could have been. I mean, he's like, you just had a violent incident, with her the previous week, and you're saying, hey, I want to come F you.
Yeah.
I'm mad and horny, right? Okay. So there's that. All right. Also, here's something really important that we have to remember. After the night of, do you remember a few weeks ago when we found out that when you have an incident like this and they create this like document and you can check these boxes of how much you have to stay away from the other party.
And they never checked the box of him staying away from the young lady.
Yes. But here's what I now know. She had more of those than he did.
Okay, hold on. So now he was able pretty much to be able to go see her because he didn't have that box check saying you can't see her. But maybe, or what you're saying is she had maybe the box check that she can't see him.
Yes, she had more protections after the first incident than he had.
Okay.
So there is a scenario, and like we are in the weeds here, but there is a scenario that she's not responding to him because she was instructed by the police, you cannot reach out to him.
Or
you cannot communicate to him because you're in trouble. That's what we have to remember. It wasn't just Jonathan Cooper in trouble. She got arrested. She was called the primary aggressor by the sergeant on that night. So there is a scenario that she might just not be, like like, yes, there's a scenario of like, yo, I'm scared of him. He hurt me. I'm not responding. But there is a separate scenario, and I don't know which is which. I'm just here talking it out, that she's like, yo, I was told by the law I can't talk to you. I'm already in big trouble. My mugshot was already on TV.
Yep.
Like, I'm not doing this with you. So there exists that possibility as well.
Which, ZB, it would make sense. Right, primary aggressor. They check some boxes saying you can't see him. You go and see him, you get in trouble. Now you're going to jail.
That's
Not
right.
Jay Coop, but you are.
That's right. That's right. So, okay, that's kind of in summary of what I've learned with after obtaining these documents and consulting with a very bright lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me give you my opinion on how this is going to go, and this is my opinion. I could be dead wrong. I am speculating. I want to flag that way out in advance. I'm speculating.
Clip him.
I think Harvey Steinberg is going to eviscerate this case. I think he's going to eviscerate it. But I also believe that it's not going to get to that point.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Do you even think that at this point that they may as well just go ahead and drop the charges, drop this case?
I think that everything that I know, like, this is Harvey Steinberg. This is not a public defender. This is Harvey Steinberg and his team. So if I'm reading all of this and gathering this information and coming to this conclusion, so is her side and her legal team.
Yes.
And that, like, the odds that they're going to go into court against Harvey Steinberg and with, unring all these bells that are in these affidavits, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think they know it.
When you say they, you're talking about the Denver Broncos.
No. I'm talking about when I say they know. I'm saying her and her legal team. They know the stuff that's in these affidavits, and they know who they're going to be up against. And like, I don't think the district attorney is going to want to try this case because you have potential of being embarrassed. And so now, from what I understand, the district attorney is what's his name? Brockler, I think. Brauchler. This could be in the view of his career a big moment for his career, and he can get on the stage and win this case.
If you think you could truly win it, though.
Exactly. So we'll see if he wants to press forward, and we'll see if he wants to press forward without her cooperation, because I have heard a whisper that there is a real chance that she is not going to cooperate. Now, I mentioned yesterday there was a separate scenario that Harvey Steinberg actually flips her.
Yes.
And she says, I was the primary aggressor. This was my fault. I don't think that's going to happen, but I from what I believe will happen, she is not going to cooperate.
He doesn't need her to flip because she is the primary aggressor.
According to the sergeant.
Yes.
And so you put all this stuff on the table, and I think that on August 31st, this is going away for Jonathan Cooper. I'm not saying it's right. That's not what I'm here to do. I wasn't there. Okay? I wasn't there. I'm not here to tell you that he's a great guy. I'm also not here to tell you he's some terrible person. I don't know Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay? But after gathering the information, I think that I just think that
they're going to drop the charges.
They're going to drop the charges. She's not going to cooperate.
Exactly.
And I think the Denver Broncos know this. And I think that that's why he's on the field right now. And I think that that's why Sean Payton let that little one sentence slip at the end of a football or at the end of a question about Jonathan Cooper when he said, and he probably shouldn't have said this because sometimes Sean just can't help himself, but he let it slip and he said, I think we're going to have all this, resolved real soon, and we're going to know the detail, real soon. It's like, wait, what?
Sooner rather than later, something like that.
Yeah, however he said it, and it was like, whoa, that's an interesting comment because with the information that we had, if the DA and everything, this was going to keep going on, this was actually going to carry into next offseason. So why would you say that? Because I think Sean Payton has the same information that I do.
And the one thing they continue to say about Jay Cooper is we're supporting him. We're supporting him. If you did not believe that Jonathan Cooper was going to win this case or Harvey was going to win this case for Jonathan Cooper, you would not support him because you would be going against everybody else and you would be in the wrong. But because he's going to get off this and maybe the charges are dropped in the middle of camp. Everything is going to go on, and this is why Greg Penner is saying he's going to let it play out with the protocols.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, let's just say the charges are dropped, ZB, and he's not guilty now. The NFL, you believe, is still going to step in this year now, not next.
Yes.
Right? We were saying how they're going to push – the NFL will push back what they're going to do with Jonathan Cooper until next year, until this case is closed.
That's right.
The case gets closed this year. He's going to be suspended. Are you thinking that still?
I think you're spot on. I think when this thing – if I believe what's going to happen does happen, and there's no assurances of that, I'm speculating, just to remind you. But I think with some again, I go back to the word hypothesis. It's a guess, but it's an educated guess. I think that, yes, this thing will get resolved by the end of next month, all right? And tomorrow morning when we wake up, we'll be able to say, I think it's going to be resolved by the end of this month, as tomorrow is the first day of August. And I think that the NFL will say, you want to know what? We have enough evidence that there was some wild stuff going on here, and I would honestly agree with that. I do think there was some wild stuff going on there.
Oh, yes.
And they're going to say, we don't have to have the law. We're going to suspend you. And it might not be the full 6 games, but you're going to miss the first month of the season. You're missing the first 4. I could absolutely see that scenario.
I can still see 6. The NFL wants to be able to say, hey, look, we're holding everybody accountable.
Sure.
Because if they only give him 4, then the next guy they have to give 4 as well. So it's going to be the 6 games if they do suspend it. I'm still speculating, but I do believe that's coming. And so, yeah. And so people are going to be upset. Some people are going to still be upset with Greg Penner saying you should have still fired him.
Sure.
But for Greg, it's a business still. And if Jay Coop is going to get off of this, and they're still paying this man his money, they want him at the facility. They want him practicing because they know at some point he will play this year.
Yeah. So look, it's a sticky situation. There's a lot of gray area. We don't know for sure how this is going to all pan out, but that is the information I think that, or the conversation rather, that I wanted to have after obtaining those documents and consulting with a lawyer. So that's where we're at. If you want to react to any of that, dare I say, RamosLaw.com text line is available to you.
Just talk to us nicely. We didn't do anything.
303-713-1043. A really important day for a Denver Bronco for all the right reasons. And we'll talk about this player coming up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various international hot tubs locations across the metro area. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at American Financing. Let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Walk into the back office of most small businesses and you'll see an old DVR humming on a shelf and a camera over the register the owner isn't even sure is recording. They got that like 10 years ago, and the company that installed it doesn't pick up. Vantage can repair or replace all of it. Cameras that read a face in the dark. Access control, network, intercom, AV. One company, one number. Invest in real security for your business or property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
House calls? It's 2026. Doctors and lawyers don't make house calls anymore, right? Not true, actually. At 303-LAW-4040, we always tell you about how we want to meet with you in person. Now, generally that means, yes, you come and meet my lovely wife, Kimberly, and I in our Denver Tech Center offices. But sometimes you're hurt, you're seriously injured. You're either still in the hospital or you can't move around, you don't have a car yet. And it's important to get a plan in place quickly when these things happen. So we'll come out, we'll do a house call. Heck, we had one house call recently. The dog came out and took a little ride in the DeLorean. It was fantastic. I'll bring the DeLorean into the house, but we're here to help. And actually, my lovely wife, Kimberly, says that's one of the best parts of the job is when we get to spend time together in somebody's living room, helping them out as they're in a tough spot because they were injured in an accident. So if you need us, go ahead, save that number in your phone, 303-LAW-4040. That's 303-LAW-4040.
Hey, that's not bacon grilling. That's your living room at 2 p.m. If your home heats up every summer, your windows might be the reason. Infinity by Marvin Windows protect your home from UV rays, solar heat, and help lower energy bills all summer long. Colorado homeowners have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton for 50 years. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on The Drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it! got to hold it on a Friday.
I love it,
You
ZB.
got to hold it on a Friday.
Hold it on a Friday with that beautiful shirt you're wearing, man. On a beautiful golf course. Let's go, baby.
Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. All right, back to football. All right, really thick conversation with the Jonathan Cooper stuff. Really thick conversation. We worked our way through it. We'll circle back to it later in the show. But it's the 3 Count, brought to you by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts. How about your former teammate?
Which one, ZB?
How about
Which one are we talking about today?
Your former teammate, Garrett Bowles. Are you kidding me? He finally landed on the NFL's top 100 list as voted on by the players. He was unveiled as player number 42 today.
Let's go, GB.
The 34-year-old veteran earned first-team All-Pro recognition and his first career Pro Bowl nod last season after not allowing a single sack, according to Pro Football Focus. Now, I've seen other metrics that say he did allow a couple sacks. We're not sure, but on a day like today, we're just going to act like he didn't allow a sack.
We go to the good one.
That's right.
Come on.
He was a finalist, if you remember, for the NFL's Protector of the Year award.
Yep.
He was named Pro Football Focus Best Pass Blocker after the 25 season. He is the club's longest tenured player. He is the 4th Bronco to make this list, joining Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, and Zach Allen. Good for him, man. He has never been on this list.
Great for him, ZB. And when you said that never have been on this list, I'm shocked, and I still am. And he was out there with us today.
He
was.
was.
And I was talking to him right before practice, congratulating him for being on NFL's top 100. And I said, okay, last year, where were you ranked? And
Yeah.
he said, dude, I wasn't on the list. And I couldn't believe it. It's like Garrett Bowles has been very consistent for a very long time now.
Yep.
And now that he's finally getting the respect around the league, that's crazy. Garrett Bowles was 34, now he's 35. I want to say, I saw something out there. GB's the oldest guy on the team right now at 35 years old.
Yeah,
now
that
we're going to have to
makes
go there
sense,
and
yeah.
see, but he's 35. I can't believe that, and especially when I was playing with him. And the way that he's playing at a high level at 35 years old right now. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing that this man can do that as a 300-pound offensive lineman, an offensive tackle that has to move and chase defensive ends that are as fast as someone like Nick Benito, ZB.
So quick house cleaning. He's
Yeah.
34.
34.
He's 34.
Going to be 35 this season.
Nah, he's not going to turn 35 until next spring.
Okay.
So he's got some time. He'll spend this whole season at age 34.
So I'm rushing his career a little bit.
Still on the older side. I mean, 34 in the National Football League is, it's borderline ancient, and especially if you're not playing quarterback or kicker or punter like that. But what's interesting about Bowles playing his best football in his 30s, in his mid-30s, is that Bowles' game was predicated off athleticism.
Yeah.
That's why he was the 20th pick in the draft. Because it wasn't because he had incredible technique. That's the stuff that had to get refined. And so as his athleticism is fading, his technique must have just gotten so much better. I won't, claim to, break down the left tackle position more than the next guy.
The technique is there. He's not holding as much. All right, he
Definitely
is
not.
holding his ground. He is getting better in the run game. I think that was one thing that people used to have a knock on him is like holding during the pass and not doing enough during the run game.
Yep.
Right? Not getting that extra push, and he's doing that at a high level, man. And he's fast, he's physical, he's aggressive, he's starting to understand the system. And so that's what you want as a left tackle. And this is why the Denver Broncos, the offensive line, is intact still, because you want to keep an old offensive line or an offensive line that's been together for some years together to protect your quarterback that at some point is going to get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
So congratulations, GB. You deserve it, man.
Man, really, really cool. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right. Tony Romo has been placed on leave by CBS. You see this, Phil?
I did, man.
After his arrest there in Wisconsin, it sounds like J.J. Watt is going to replace him until further notice. It's a real consequence from CBS.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it would be like a slap on the wrist, hey, don't do it again, and then continue to do your job. But for Tony Romo, I mean, do you think he's going to come back, or is it just like, hey, we're going to start you out on leave and then we're going to let you go? Because he has a contract for another 3 or 4 years.
He does. I think that they will bring him back maybe week 5, something like that.
So a baby suspension.
Yeah, a suspension, but like it's it's an embarrassment too. It's like you were operating a vehicle, impaired. It sounds like there was an open bottle, in the car as well. Now I know that it's not supposed to be funny, but him warming up before the field sobriety test, I'm sorry.
I gotta do it,
I'm I know it's not supposed to be funny, but damn it, that thing is going to live in the Internet Hall of Fame. You can be sure.
My man was warming up. He was doing hip thrusts and hip glides before having to take his test. And then, guys, make sure you see the right video, because there's some videos out there that's AI made.
Yeah.
And you have Tony Romo, like,
he's doing the Dak Prescott warm-up.
Working his hips. And I actually thought at one point that was real.
You would.
I was like, damn.
That's called getting filled. You would think an AI video of Tony Romo doing the Dak Prescott hip warm-up.
He was going to see Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, my gosh. Turns out they're dead. I don't know, was he saying Grandma, Grandpa because that's his parents and that he's used to being around his kids? And that's what I don't know. But, yeah, Tony Romo placed on leave by CBS after that arrest in Wisconsin. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3!
Hey, how about this, man? You see Falcons president Matt Ryan, another one of your former teammates. Matt Ryan was out at practice yesterday throwing to receivers at camp because some guys are banged up, and he was playing quarterback. He's the team president.
There you go. He can do it all. Matt Ryan can do it all. Now, of course, when I got with him, Matt was old.
Yeah.
Couldn't move. He was hurting. I was surprised that he decided to play that year, but they paid him a hell of a lot of money to go out there and play.
Yeah.
So I see why he did. And so now he's out there throwing passes again. So, I mean, is he going to come back? Is he going to return? I know Tua's dealing with the injury.
Yep.
Michael Penix Jr. is not cleared yet.
Yep.
So, so Matt Ryan's the guy that's going to go out there and throw passes until these guys get healthy.
All right, very interesting. All right, we are shifting gears. Mike Kliss, our 9 News Broncos insider, what did he think of what happened out at practice today? And also, what does he make of my latest forecast in the Jonathan Cooper situation? We'll talk to Kliss next.
Football camp about to open on both sides of the state, and both CU and CSU are starting over. In Boulder, Dion's got 2 new coordinators, another portal overhaul, and Julian Lewis trying to prove he's the guy after a 3-9 disaster. In Fort Collins, Jim Morris building from scratch with 75% roster turnover, a 3-way QB battle, and a brand new conference. Which program is trending in the better direction and can either get to a bowl game? We're about to find out. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, fellas, if you've been wandering around the house lately, wondering why you're tired, foggy, unmotivated, somehow gaining weight even though your diet consists of mostly air and regret, you might be dealing with low testosterone. You know, a lot of guys just blame it on getting older, but let's be honest. You shouldn't feel like you need a nap after tying your shoes. And if your workouts feel more like warm-ups, your sleep is trash, your sex drive is in the witness protection program, yeah, might be time to get checked out. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they use advanced medical strategies, TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more to help you get your energy back, improve sleep, boost your workouts, shed pounds, and yes, bring back that sex drive. Your appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult plus a T and PSA test. And if you start treatment that day, your visit's free. All right? They've been in Colorado for nearly a decade. They've treated tens of thousands. So go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Summer is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your tan or abs. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to decades of thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it can even grow for life. Did I mention Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow? Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and get your savings details while still available. That's 720-459-HAIR. or advancedhair.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Out here, you know the drill. Animals are hungry, dogs are getting muddy, and you just noticed you're low on feed. Stocking up at Tractor Supply is easy on your wallet with our unbeatable prices on select shavings, retriever dog food, and Producer's Pride animal and poultry feed. From backyards to barnyards, we've got everything to keep your pets, animals, and livestock well fed and comfortable with low prices all summer. At Tractor Supply.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Summer is here, and if you're planning a home project this year, windows, siding, or decking, now is the time to sign before the snow flies. Don't wait. Get the project you've always wanted and lock in a low-interest loan as low as 6.99% for 15 years. You deserve to enjoy your home, and 5280 Exteriors makes it easy with financing built for real Colorado homeowners. Call today or visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Okay. Our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss joins us here on a Friday, and he is presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Mike, you got 2 sponsors next to your name. You must be a big deal, huh?
High roller.
Mike, you with us?
Mike,
check. No.
Too good for us?
Mike Kliss. We are having some issues connecting with Mike, so Dante, maybe try to just get him back on, and we'll connect with Mike here in a second. It's good to see Mike out there.
Yeah.
Grind. He's got this huge straw hat that he wears to keep the sun off of him. Now, I will say this, and I know no one cares, but
I care, ZB.
Dude, the media seating to watch practice, guys, for years and years, decades, you just stood in the sun and watched practice, and now with the new facility, you can sit in the shade.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm telling you, and again, this is my 10th training camp, and I'm looking at people who have done 20 of these things, and we're looking at each other like, this is too good to be true. Like, no one's coming to yell at us. We're allowed to just sit in the shade and watch practice.
It's you, me, Dante, Gomez over there in the back. We're sitting there
Our
talking.
guy Henry from DNVR
yeah,
as well.
Henry just relaxing with a little bit of shade, laughing.
Yeah, I love it.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Today's practice was pretty eventful, Phil.
It was.
You know, and you know, we'll bail from this conversation after we get Mike, but man, it's kind of safe to say, and I can't believe I would say this after the first official day of Broncos training camp, that there was kind of some fireworks offensively.
But you know what, ZB? About time. This is something that has been brewing for some time now, right? The last 2 years, the offense has started slow. We know that during the regular season and even during camp.
Yep.
And now this is the first year where you have the offense that starts fast. He won. I believe the offense won the first day of camp, even though it's not considered the first day of camp. And then today, I believe the offense won again.
All right. We have our guy Mike Kliss, our 9 News Broncos insider, presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Mike, a pretty eventful day out at training camp. Dare we say fireworks offensively on the first official day?
Yes, I was impressed by all the deep balls. You know, each quarterback threw one. Bo threw a great one to Marvin Mims. I think that was off a little bit of a scramble. It started with Stidham to Evan Ingram, who had a nice day.
Yep.
And then Sam Ehlinger, of course. You know, this is the 2 years we've seen Sam Ehlinger in training camp and the preseason. Especially in training camp, when he gets those 4 reps in team drill, and he always throws deep one of those 4. You know, he's like, I'm the number 3 quarterback. The heck with it. I'm going for it. And he chucks one deep once every 4 reps, and he hit Butler, the guy from the UFL.
Yeah, Hakeem Butler.
Tall guy, number 30. He got to change his number, but he looks pretty good.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Mike.
that was nice to see.
Mike, when you're out there, man, what stood out? Who stood out today? I know it's only 1 day of practice, and now we've been out there for 3, but officially this is the first day of camp. Who stood out to you, man?
Yeah, I thought Ingram was one of them. You know, Michael Bandy, of course, does his Michael Bandy thing. He fumbled, which was bad. Karina Reed popped it loose from him. So there was a defensive takeaway. You saw that. You know, it's going to be a point of emphasis. And there the defense pokes the ball away. Bo, in that last team period, I think they had 3 team periods and maybe 4, but he was 4 out of 4, and each pass was nice. So I think it was 3, and then they had a little walkthrough, move the ball. But he was I thought Bo Nix was really good. Jonah Coleman looked pretty good, I thought, from the running back position. So I thought I was surprised. I thought the offense kind of won the day, and that doesn't usually happen this early.
Yeah, Mike, and honestly, we thought they won the first day of the acclimation period. Now, I know it was tight red zone, but for what it is, you know, through the years, Mike, I'm going to be honest. So I know you've been doing this a lot longer than I have, okay? But this is my 10th training camp, all right? A decade of watching this. And my memory tells me that this is probably the best first day of training camp for any Denver Broncos offense over the last decade. Do you think you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say I would say that. Maybe, you know, because Peyton Manning has been more than a decade now.
Right,
yeah. You know, the Peyton Manning years. And the offense and the quarterbacks definitely struggled there for a long stretch. Then you had the Russell Wilson years and then Bo, where it, especially his rookie year, it took him a minute. I don't recall Bo looking great early in his first training camp. Stidham might have, but Stidham looked good last year, all through last year. That's why everyone was so optimistic about him in the AFC Championship game, is he had a great training camp and he had an unbelievable preseason. And then we didn't see him again. He did not pick up. You know, it's impossible to pick up where he left off, given the situation. But, yeah, I would say the deep throws, to me, you know, the down-the-field throws, the stretch-the-field throws, that's what this team needs. That's what this team has lacked. And, you know, they hit him in 7-on-7, too.
Yeah.
And so it looks like they're going to have a little bit more of a deep air attack this year.
Well, with that being said, let's stay on the receivers, the deep air attack. You have Marvin Mims that was making a lot of plays today. Troy Franklin's another one, and Pat Bryant. Is there truly a battle between those three for that number 3 spot, or is it going to be just Troy Franklin's to start the season off?
Yeah, and Sean Payton said this, and actually I kind of agree with this. I don't think it's necessarily a battle. I think Pat Bryant is going to get his catches, and Marvin Mims is going to get his catches. You know, Marvin Mims is going to get his catches deep, and he's going to get them along the line of scrimmage. You know, that's his forte. Troy Franklin is going to move up and down the field. You know, he'll go deep. He'll separate. Pat Bryant's going to be more of a possession type receiver in the line of another Cortland Sutton. You know, they're all going to get their catches. I think it'll be Waddle and Sutton 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, depending on the week, depending on the game plan, depending on the opponent. It will be Franklin and Mims, and Bryant will be a solid number 5. I mean, they've really got 5 real good receivers with Lil Jordan and some of these younger guys coming up behind them.
Mike, I've obtained the documents and affidavits in the Jonathan Cooper situation, and we spent our segment from 3 to 3:25 talking about it. And I also have consulted with a lawyer about these documents. And man, the more you talk it out, there's a lot in these that Harvey Steinberg is going to have a field day with. And I think that there's a reason the Denver Broncos are allowing Jonathan Cooper on the field. And I also think there's a reason that Sean Payton let it slip in an answer about Jonathan Cooper yesterday that he thinks that this is going to be resolved soon. Do you agree with Sean Payton that it's going to be resolved real soon? And what is your overall outlook with the information that you have with Jonathan Cooper? How do you think this plays out?
Well, Sean Payton's probably talking about it's dangerous to talk like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you and I've gotten in trouble putting words in Sean Payton's mouth before this off season.
Yep.
But he, you know, what he's probably referring to is a possible settlement and dismissal.
Yep.
Something along those lines. But you mentioned that, and that ruffles the feathers of the other side. And so that's kind of that's a slippery slope there.
Sure.
And so, you know, I've heard that's possible, but it's always possible. I've heard that, you know, it's also possible that, you know, you know, if there's not enough, give on one side, that they'll take it the distance. And if by taking it the distance, it means that, you know, the jury trial wouldn't happen during the season. It would happen after the season, most likely.
That's right.
I mean, he's not even going to make a plea until August 31st.
Right.
And that's just the start of things in the legal process.
That's right.
So, yeah, I mean, I just that's kind of dangerous to say, you know, something might happen soon. And what he implied, and
I think he slipped up.
And to actually say it, that's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I think he slipped up. I think it was a mistake that he'd like to have back, honestly. But yeah, once he said it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't line up with the information that we have in terms of a timeline. But I think if you go through these documents, you know who Harvey Steinberg is. The Broncos, I think there's a reason they're allowing him to be out on the field. I think they think this is going to find a resolution. Who knows? I know that's speculation. We'll leave that where it lands for right now. And we'll see you out at training camp.
The Broncos have sought it. The Broncos have sought advice from the league, and from what I understand, and the league is like, man, this is a complicated one. You know, there's a lot of twist to it when you remember that both parties, both the former girlfriend and Cooper were both charged, both had the same charges initially.
Yep.
And the initial police report versus what's out there now after the up charges are paint two different stories. And so that's where you're talking about, Harvey, getting to be the lawyer that he is. So it's hard. And I think the Broncos and the league are right. It's hard to make a judgment. You got to let due process play out here before you make any determinations.
Yeah. All right, Mike, have a good rest of your Friday. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Broncos training camp.
See ya.
All right, there he goes. The one and the only Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Let's lighten the mood a little bit here on a Friday and play some trivia coming up next.
Celebrini just got $18.8 million a year from San Jose. Kaprizov at 17. Bedard's at 15. And every single one of those deals is driving up the price for Cale Makar, who's still unsigned with 1 year left on his deal. Sakic says it's getting done, but at what number? And can Colorado still build a cup team around it? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
When it comes to your home's structure, experience matters. Homestrong brings 20-plus years in foundation repair and concrete work with the most experienced crews in the state. Their inspectors are highly trained, and your inspection and quote are free. From foundation repair to waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation to concrete replacement, even building new foundations, Homestrong does it all. They can turn your crawl space into a fully finished basement, start to finish. No other contractors needed. Financing is available. Lifetime transferable warranty. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You've waited all year for this moment. Make sure you're prepared when you finally draw back. At Shields, we're right there with you. We have the expertise and premium gear hunters need to gain the edge. Right now, till August 2nd, our hunting sale event is on with savings on the best gear. And if you're a Shields Visa card member, you'll earn extra points on every Shields purchase. Gain the edge you're looking for and save this season at Shields.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Will your money last as long as you do? Retirement should be about enjoying life, not worrying about outliving your savings. At AJM Financial, we build retirement strategies to help protect and grow your savings, reduce risk, lower taxes where possible, and maximize your income in retirement. Schedule your complimentary retirement confidence review at 800-467-0737, 800-467-0737, and tune into Adam Moeller's Mile High Money Radio Saturdays at 8 a.m. on 104.3 The Fan.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Right, happy Friday to you. You made it to the weekend. And right around this time on Fridays, we play a little trivia.
Here we go.
All right. And do we know, Dante back in the studio, do we know how our morning show performed this morning? I mean, I heard it was an absolutely terrible show, but at trivia specifically, how did it go?
I believe they went 0 for 4.
0 for 4.
They definitely went 0 for 3, and I think Brian out at camp today was telling me that they missed the last one as well, so that would be 0 for 4.
Wow.
A bagel.
That is very uncharacteristic.
They just gave up. They just took it.
Wow. An offer. All right, so it's a low bar. Let's not make sure, let's not mess around in
Let's
here.
Just get the first one.
All right, so without any further ado, Dante Gomez, hit that music.
Question number 1. Alabama has had 4 Heisman Trophy winners in their history, all since 2009. Name them.
Wow. Wait, so he said all since 2009?
Yeah.
So Bama never had a Heisman Trophy winner before that?
I think they have, right? They've had to.
I don't think so.
They said they have 4 in their history, and they're all since 2009.
When Nick Saban got there. So you have Mark Ingram.
Yeah, Mark Ingram for sure.
You got Trent Richardson.
Did
Amari Cooper?
No, but Devontae Smith did.
Devontae Smith, and then the quarterback.
Tua.
Yeah, Tua.
Was it Tua or was it?
No.
Wait, hold on.
Was it Mac Jones? No, Mac Jones didn't. Devontae Smith won it that year.
Tua didn't. I don't think Tua won the Heisman.
I don't think Tua did either.
No, Tua did not win the Heisman.
Oh, was it Julio?
No.
I think it's either running back or quarterback that we're looking for.
Running back.
What about Bryce Young?
No.
I think it's Bryce Young.
No. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry won. Remember, because he won and Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Everybody thought Christian was going to get it. Derrick Henry ends up getting it. Mark Ingram for sure, because he bragged about it every time I was in that locker room. So yeah, Mark Ingram. Trent Richardson got one.
Did Trent Richardson?
Trent Richardson?
I think the guy Zach just said did win one. Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. I'm like looking at Bryce Young holding that trophy with that baby face.
The trophy was bigger than Bryce.
so hold on. Let's. It's Mark Ingram.
Yep.
It's
Derrick Henry.
It's Bryce Young.
Devontae
Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Well,
sure
but Phil was just saying Mark Ingram.
I did. Yeah, we did say Mark Ingram.
Yeah, Zach said Ingram.
Wait, so who's the odd man? Who did we just say that's not part of it then?
No, hold on. There's 4 Heisman Trophy winners since 2009 from Alabama. Mark Ingram, Bryce Young, Devontae Smith, and Derrick Henry.
Yes. Yeah.
Do we have that right?
Yeah, it was Trent Richardson.
No,
Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
Okay, so those names one more time. It's Mark Ingram, Bryce Young, Derrick Henry, and Devontae Smith. Yeah. Final answer, send it in, Jerome.
Answers: Derrick Henry, Bryce Young, Devontae Smith, and Mark Ingram.
There we go.
Oh, give me some knuckles. Give me some knuckles.
Now let's go 4-0, baby.
Do your work early. That's what they used to say about working in the post. Start doing your work early. Get down there. Fight for positioning before they're ready, before they're set up. All right, 1-0. Next question. Fire away.
Only one Colorado Rocky has won MLB Rookie of the Year. Who is it? Hint, it's a pitcher.
Oh.
So one Colorado Rocky has won Rookie of the Year, and he's a pitcher. It wasn't Kyle Freeland, although he did have a great start to his career.
He did. Yep.
It wouldn't have been Ubaldo, would it?
Also, did he call it MLB Rookie of the Year? Isn't it NL and AL, Drew?
Yeah, NL
Okay.
Rookie of the Year.
Oh, dude, it could have been Ubaldo. I'm trying to think who the other candidates would be like. So you're thinking like Jorge De La Rosa. He never did it.
Would it be a reliever? Was Wade Davis? Did he start here?
No. They paid like $100 million for him, and it went terribly.
Yeah.
Like always,
And they've never had a reliever that was like good enough as a rookie, I don't believe.
What about Houston Street?
He came from Oakland.
Okay.
Anybody pitch for the World Series?
Yeah, but I don't think there was anybody that was like Rookie of the Year worthy. Because that was like Josh Fogg was on that team. What about Jason Jennings? Was he maybe Rookie of the Year? This is going back into the 90s.
That is ringing a bell.
Jason Jennings.
I can't say with any conviction, and obviously I wasn't watching Rocky baseball then, but I have this book for the 25th anniversary, and I think I read that before, that Jason Jennings won Rookie of the Year.
Dude, it's got to be either Jennings or Ubaldo, and I don't think it was Ubaldo. I think his great year was like in his second year, much like Kyle Freeland.
Let's go with Jennings.
I think it might be Jason Jennings.
I like Jennings.
I feel pretty good about it.
Okay, yeah, I like it. I almost like I'm seeing that in my this like coffee table 25th anniversary book. Jason Jennings winning NL Rookie of the Year. All right, let's go with it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's Freaky Friday.
Jason Jennings is the only Rookie of the Year in the history of the Colorado Rockies. Final answer. Send it in.
Answer: Jason Jennings.
Let's go.
Good job, ZP.
More knuckles. More. No, that was Drew first, and then just me kind of co-signing it. Excellent.
Good job, Drew.
All right, so we have a 2-0 start. All right. Wade Davis, though, real quick. Man, that guy. So where did he come from? Was it Chicago?
I think it was Cleveland. No, Kansas City.
Was he a Royal? I don't remember if he was Royal before or after.
I think he was a Royal, and the Rockies were trying to fix their bullpen, and they went out and got like Wade Davis, Brian Shaw. Do I have that Shaw name right? Was it
Brian
Shaw,
yeah,
who I think came from Cleveland.
Yep.
And they gave Davis $100 million.
Well, they spent $100 million on their bullpen.
Okay,
I remember in one offseason, but he was the biggest ticket item. And we were in the locker room on opening day one year. This is 2000, maybe 18 or something. And man, that guy was a jerk. I mean, he was just a jerk. He wouldn't talk to anyone. He was like scowling at media members. It was like, dude, what is your deal? It's opening day. Why are you? Okay. All right, we'll take a quick timeout, come back, and finish trivia next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various international hot tubs locations across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here, hanging out with The Drive at Saddle Rock Golf Course. We're going to be here until about 6 o'clock. If you're anywhere in the area and you want to come say hello, give a pound, take a picture, we would love to see you. I love being at Saddle Rock, one of my favorite golf courses in the state of Colorado. It's not far from my house. I am here all the time. Actually, just this past weekend, broke 100 from the blues for the first time in my life, and that happened here right at Saddle Rock. Guys, I just played a twilight round here out here recently. 7 o'clock or later, $25. That's all it takes to play Saddle Rock when you play a twilight round. And if you have a kid, 12 or younger, anytime after 2 o'clock, your kid is free with a paying adult. All right, it's a fantastic deal. Also, there's a couples classic coming up at Spring Hill Golf Course. If you and your mate want to get involved with that, that is Sunday, September 12th. You can learn more about that at golfaurora.com.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%. which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Stoke here from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending next Wednesday. All you got to do is go to RollerAuction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Government fleet vehicle and equipment auction ending next Wednesday. Got all kind of cars, trucks, SUVs, UTVs, John Deere full-wheel drive RTV. I'm telling you, motorcycles. This thing is packed full of some unbelievable items. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now, ending next Wednesday, only at RollerAuction.com.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. When I'm looking for a place that delivers big on flavor and has an awesome atmosphere, I head to Jack's, locally owned with locations in Denver on Pearl Street and the new flagship in Lone Tree at Park Meadows Drive. Jack's serves premium Australian Wagyu, incredible seafood, and chef-driven dry-aged specialties. Grab lunch, enjoy social hour from 3 to 5, or make it a date night. And don't miss the Blind Tiger Speakeasy, Jack's, where upscale meets comfortable.
Genie log, day 15,824. The Powerball jackpot is over $700 million now. I'll be stuck in this little lamp forever with nothing but all this stupid gold and rare gems. A gold-plated motorcycle? Sure does a lot of good when you live in a 10x10 magic lamp. Come find me. I'm at latitude 36.06.
Grant your own wishes. The Powerball jackpot is over $700 million. Must be 18 to play. Approximate jackpot odds are 1 in 293 million. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Aero Seal Colorado.
Garth Brooks is coming to Denver. The Blame It All on My Roots Arena Tour hits Ball Arena September 4th and 5th, and you don't want to miss it.
And they call the thing a rolling home.
General tickets are on sale now, but here's the best part. We're giving you a shot to win tickets. Just head to the Denver Sports app and enter for your chance to win. Don't have the app yet? Now's the time to download it. Get entered, and we'll see you at the show. It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, welcome back to it here on a Friday live from Saddle Rock Golf Course. As I just pounding a chicken club sandwich. So good from the Saddle Rock Grill. Huge shout out, my guy Sean in there. Absolutely love it.
Rubbing on that, man.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I may have just burped into the microphone. If I did, I apologize about that. Okay, we're here on a Friday.
Freaky Friday, man.
We
You can do
just
whatever you want.
we just went 2-0 in trivia. All right, we have 2 more questions left. 1 more sports question, and then a curveball question. Dante Gomez, hit the music.
Question number 3. Since 2008, 3 players with Bronco ties led the NFL in single-season sacks. That means they either did it as a Bronco or they did it with another team. Name them.
So 3 players with Bronco ties. So they either had to lead the league in sacks as a Bronco or with another team.
I know one right off the bat. Shaq Barrett.
Yes,
Ooh,
great
yeah,
call.
That's a good call.
Was it like 18 and a half
Yeah,
sacks?
yeah, because I was on the team with him, and that next year they decided not to pay him. And was it 2019, maybe 2020,
Something like
there?
that, yeah.
Something like that.
He ended up
Went to Tampa, right?
Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
had 18 sacks, led the league, got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Got paid after.
Yeah, got paid a big bag,
so
pretty
Shaq
sure.
Barrett.
Shaq Barrett is one. That's a great pull, Phil.
DeMarcus Ware's the first name that popped into my mind. I just don't know if he ever led the league.
He said since 2008.
So we would have probably done it in Dallas.
I think he did lead the league, Drew.
I think so.
Okay.
Before we got to Denver.
Right. Okay, that's a really good candidate. Did Vaughn
Yeah, I
ever
was
lead
gonna
the
say, has
league?
Sackmaster.
I know. Man.
Benito didn't end up doing it 2 years ago, right?
No. He finished 3rd this past year. And 2 years ago was 13 and a half, and that wouldn't be enough to lead the league.
Dumerville. Did he?
Ooh, that's a good guess, too. Would have been in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I like that guess, actually, a lot.
That's a good candidate.
Elvis, right? Elvis.
Yeah,
did.
Elvis Dumerville.
But what about Vaughn? Like, what was Vaughn's biggest year? Like his biggest total? Maybe like.
Was it like 17?
Did he ever go that high? In my head, I was thinking 13 or 14.
No, I think 1 year he really put up a fat number.
Yeah.
And I think it was close to 17. 17 sacks would be good enough to lead the league.
Yeah. It would feel crazy to have this list and not have Vaughn on it.
Right.
That's the tricky one because it's like
I know.
they probably want us to say Von Miller.
Right.
Shaq Barrett for sure.
Shaq Barrett for
Yes.
sure, and I really like the DeMarcus Ware one as
DeMarcus
well.
Ware. Think of other defensive ends. Or pass
I mean,
rush.
Dumerville's the only one really that stands out.
Mario. Oh no, I was gonna say Mario Williams. He was never with us.
He was never,
No.
He was
never
Houston,
Denver.
right?
There was another edge rusher that they picked in with a first round pick from the same school.
Okay.
Mario Williams played at NC State, right?
That was Houston.
Houston.
No, I'm thinking of Ed Oliver. I think you're right.
Yeah,
Mario Williams did play at NC State.
Yeah, but Ed Oliver did play at
Yeah.
Houston. Remember he got in the fight with the coach over wearing the coat on the sideline. So trivia question within a trivia question: what edge rusher did the Broncos draft out of NC State? Same school as Mario Williams. Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which did Bradley Chubb ever do it?
No.
No,
It would have been his
absolutely
rookie
not.
year.
Absolutely not.
So it's between Elvis and Vaughn. I think for
Yeah.
our third choice.
God, and now I'm thinking back, like, I'm not sure Vaughn ever did have like a 17 sack season.
No, I think it would have been out there.
I want to say the most he ever had was 14 and a half, which is a ton.
Yeah.
It is.
But for whatever reason, like that number's in my head that like the most he ever got was 14 and a half. We can check after this, but
I think we got to go Elvis.
I think
Elvis
we go Elvis.
Dumerville?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he did it with the Broncos.
Might have done
'Cause
it
he
in
was-
Baltimore.
Okay, I was gonna say he was with the Ravens.
After the fax machine
Yes,
issue.
right.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Right. Okay, so Elvis Dumervil.
Yep.
DeMarcus Ware.
Shaq
Barrett. Final answer. Send it in, Jerome.
Answers: DeMarcus Ware, Elvis Dumervil, and Shaquille Barrett.
Let's go, boys.
Wow. 3-0. 3-0.
We're just running up the score here, boys.
Banging the 3 against my head like Mello. Like Mello.
Wow.
All right. Excellent. So we got one more question left. It's a curveball question. Go ahead and fire it.
And for your curveball question, movies.
Here we go.
Who is the highest grossing actor of 2026? Ryan Gosling, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Michael Johnston, or Benny Safdie?
All right. Hold on a second. We need it.
So
paper.
So Matt Damon, Tom Holland. Those are the only two I got.
Yeah.
Some Benny
Benny Safdie and Ryan Gosling.
Oh, Ryan Gosling, yeah.
And I think I still missed one.
Let's hear the names again.
Ryan Gosling, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Michael Johnston, or Benny Safdie?
All right, I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm old and boring. I don't even know who these people are. I mean, I know Matt Damon. I know Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I do not know Michael Johnston. That sounds like an old track sprinter. Tom Holland. I don't know who Tom Holland
So
is.
Tom Holland actually is the one I think it might be because he's in the news all over the place. Like he's a Spider-Man now.
He's in Spider, and he was in the Odyssey.
He was
So
also
whatever
in the
Matt
Odyssey.
Damon gets from the Odyssey, so does Holland.
Spider-Man, is he married to?
He's married to Zendaya. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Yeah, Zach has no idea.
I don't know
it's
who that
over
is
his head.
either.
Go look at
Go look at Zendaya.
Yeah, go look at Zendaya.
Like I'm just gonna be honest. Like I'm so uninterested in like pop culture. I don't care. I don't care at all.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. That's right. I just mowed it. Please get off of it. We just fertilized.
We got water restrictions. Come on now.
Get off there.
Oh
Dry
my God. Oh my God. All right.
And I don't even know who that last person was. Ben who?
He is also in the Odyssey. I think he was in Marty Supreme,
Now, here's the only question I will ask.
but that came out a year ago.
Has the Odyssey been out long enough? Because didn't it just come out like a week or two
Yes,
ago?
Yeah, but the numbers are crazy.
They probably are, yeah.
But
That's why I kind of think it's like maybe Tom Holland because I think there's a new Spider-Man movie out as well.
Well, that just came out today, though.
Oh, well, never mind then. And I don't know what Ryan Gosling's been in this year.
He was in Project Hail Mary,
Okay.
which I know did good numbers.
Probably did, yeah. I'm not enough of a movie guy to really know the answer.
Let's go
to
with the
this.
Spider-Man one, man. You were confident at the beginning.
He just said it came
yeah,
out
but
today.
It just came out today.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah,
there
but he was
another
in the
one,
Odyssey
right?
as well.
Yeah.
But Odyssey just came out.
Yeah. If there had been a Spider-Man earlier in the year, I would say it's probably Tom Holland slam dunk. But I don't know.
I'm good feeling with Tom Holland.
All right. I mean,
Or you could go with Michael
I
Johnson.
have absolutely no idea. So we're just guessing at this point.
Ryan Gosling, his movie we know did really well, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it came out a while ago.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it's already on streaming.
I mean, that might be the key.
It might be.
You think so?
I just think it's a time thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go Ryan Gosling.
Was it that easy to flip you? All right.
Yeah, because like I said, I have no idea.
Stevie, how good were you in school with guessing?
I mean, as good as the next guy that guesses on things.
Yeah,
I'm a pretty good guesser.
Some people are good guessers.
I'm a great guesser, Phil. I got you.
All right,
Dante
what do
thinks
you
he's
have?
great at everything,
He
even
does.
guessing. Even
No,
guessing.
I've always
I'm the
been
best
great
guesser
at
that's ever
guessing.
guessed, okay?
I got you.
You ask high school me what my talent was, and it's guessing.
He's got a little bit of Trump there, right? He's like, I'm a great guesser. Like, it's just like, when it comes to guessing, I'm
Okay, Dante, then what are you going to guess? Like, what would you guess?
I kind of like Safdie.
All right, let's go with it.
Go with it, yeah.
Let's go with it. Let's go with the best guesser we have.
Yeah.
The self-proclaimed best guesser. What was his name again?
Ben Safdie.
Let's go with Ben Safdie. We're going to trust our guy, Dante Gomez. We're going to get back to Dante because Dante asked his first question at a press conference ever today to Sean Payton, and we'll circle back to it. Let's go. Let's go with the guy he said. Final answer. Send it in.
The answer is Benny Safdie.
Bang! Zach apologized. Tell me I'm a good guesser.
Apologize. I put the ball in your hand.
Yeah, but
bro.
you were making fun of me. You were making fun of me for my guessing prowess.
Apologize,
Put the ball
You
in
don't have
his
to
hand.
apologize, but just say I'm a good guesser.
You're a good guesser.
Thank you.
You're
today.
a good guesser. Good. 4-0. Holy
Good job,
smokes.
boys.
On
Good job.
on a day where the morning show
man.
went 0-4. Wow. I absolutely love it. All right. Day one of official Broncos training camp is in the books. What stood out? We'll get to it next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Summer is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your tan or abs. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to decades of thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it can even grow for life. Did I mention Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow? Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and get your savings details while still available. That's 720-459-HAIR. or AdvancedHair.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
The hot weather is here. Stoke here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new air conditioner? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. They have amazing financing options and incredible rebates too, only from the best. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Don't worry, Dan. I have full coverage.
Did you know that full coverage probably doesn't mean what most people thinks it means? Full coverage is generally just for your car. And if you don't have other coverages to protect you in the case you get hit by somebody else, well, then you're just straight up gambling that the bad driver that hit you has good insurance, and you don't want to do that. 15% of the drivers out there don't have any insurance at all. Others only have the minimum, when for pennies on the dollar, you can have the coverage that protects you in case somebody else smacks into you. Medical payments coverage. I saw a lady come in the office the other day, $25,000 in med pay coverage. Absolutely what you want. It was only $31 for the entire 6 months of the policy. It was another $100 or so for the UIM coverage she needed. She had over $100,000 in coverage there. You definitely want to have that. You protect other drivers if you hit them. You also need to protect yourself in case they hit you. Any questions at all, just call us. 303-LAW-4040. Jacob's Law, 303-LAW-4040.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice. This is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able. Bring Able to the table.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, hanging out with you here on a Friday, July 31st, the last day of the 7th month of the year. Day one officially of Denver Broncos training camp. Now, they've been out there for the last couple days, so it's really the third day, but they're labeling it, the acclimation period in practice 1 and practice 2.
Yep.
So today, it was the first official day of Denver Broncos training camp, and honestly, it felt like it. It really not to say the acclimation to those two practices didn't mean anything.
It was a build-up.
It was a build-up, and so we saw some football. Today, we saw a lot of football over the course of about 2 hours.
Boy, did we, man. And it was fun. There was a lot of competitive, toughness out there, competitive edge of, who wants to get the best of one another going out there, battling. And ZB, quite frankly, to be honest with you, the offense won, man. The offense dominated this practice.
They did.
Specifically today. And it wasn't just one receiver or one running back or just Bo Nix.
Yep.
Sam Ehlinger had a couple good plays. Jarrett Stidham, of course, had some good plays. And, of course, the one and only Bo Nix was dropping some dimes out there, a couple really beautiful deep balls, and all the receivers were getting involved. I think we talked about everybody from Bandy, to little Jordan Humphrey, of course, Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. Every receiver touched the football today, made some plays.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch. And not only was it just fun to watch, I would say that now this is my 10th training camp officially today, okay? And
congratulations, man.
Well, you want to know what? I am proud of that. I haven't been fired. I'm
still here. The key card still works.
I'm still here by choice for sure, and I love it. And so to be able to say, because sometimes you're like, am I still the new guy? But then it's like you look around, it's like, no, you've been here for a decade, man. And but I brought that up to say, and I know others who have been out there have been around for longer, and there's some that have been around for less. But in my own experience, the 10 training camps, the 10 first days of training camp.
Yeah.
Okay, since today was officially the first day. So I have 10 first days of training camp. This was the best first day of training camp from a Denver Broncos offense in a decade. And you go back to, so my first camp was 2017. That was the decision between Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch. And then 2018 was Case Keenum. 2019 was Joe Flacco. 2020 was Drew Lock. 2020, and you just go like this, right? And today was as much fireworks as you could have offensively on the first day of training camp, that's exactly what we saw. And how glorious was it to watch? I mean, they were pushing the ball downfield in the way that you would like in a video game and having like sustained success doing it. It was really impressive.
Well, and ZB, that's why you bring everybody back, and everybody's saying the running back Broncos, of course, so that when you do get into camp, you don't have to teach install one to this group. Maybe for Jalen Waddle, and Jalen Waddle's a smart guy. He's going to catch up with the terminology and the routes and the plays. But so now it's like, hey, you guys know the base of the offense and what we want done. Now let's sprinkle in a couple things here or there. Let's tweak some things. Let's be more explosive. And for a quarterback, now you're confident. You know what to expect. You know your progression, who your number one read is, your two, your three. And so now you're just playing fast, and you're able to make those checks, and you're able to be a little bit more aggressive downfield because you're established. For if you're Bo Nix, you're not in a battle anymore. You're established as that franchise quarterback. So now it's like, let me experiment now. Let me get the confidence with and get the relationship and chemistry down with Jalen Waddle, or let me take a deep ball to Troy Franklin because I know I can do it and not get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah, it was really fun. And Bo Nix, let's talk about Bo specifically here. He was accurate with the ball. We saw his mobility a little bit, actually sprinting up in the pocket before delivering a strike down the field to, I think it was Sutton on that particular play. He was sharp right from the first 7-on-7 period where he didn't miss. I mean, he did not miss. He was just super accurate and dialed in, and just absolutely love what I saw from Bo Nix today. We're seeing him get to the line of scrimmage. We saw this yesterday as well, and look at the defense and start diagnosing what's going on, getting into checks. And so all around, great marks for Bo Nix today.
But Z, you said something right there in passing. Line of scrimmage, getting to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing. The offense is getting there as fast as possible. So now, and I know it's practice, so you can slow things down, but you're getting used to just getting in and out of the huddle, relaying the message. My guessing is the language is not as deep and in depth as it was with Sean, because Davis Webb is calling the plays now. So you are able to get out of the huddle faster so that you can make those checks. And Bo Nix is making those checks and will continue to get better at that, because now he's seeing the field. He's seeing the defense. Now you're seeing more pre-snap motions so that Bo Nix can say, okay, it's zone or man. I like this. Let's keep it on. Or, hey, let's check out of this and let's go deep, which Bo Nix did a couple times and actually hit Marvin Mims for a deep ball against Riley Moss on a check, right? Check into a play that he liked, which was Marvin Mims going deep. Marvin Mims got behind Riley for a deep ball, I want to say a 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah, really, really fun. It was also, and we'll get into some more of our thoughts from practice here in just a second, but today was a big day for our guy Dante Gomez.
DG.
Back in the studio. All right, now Dante, come on with us here. You asked a question for the first time in your life in a press conference. 1 out of 10, how nervous were you?
Ooh, I was pretty nervous. Maybe like a 6.
Okay, that's not too nervous though.
Oh, I've never done it, and the first time I'm doing it's Sean Payton. I don't know. I felt like I had a good question though, and I've always been prideful in my ability to ask questions, so it was more just doing it on that stage.
Yeah, and go ahead and tell us what your question was.
I asked Sean about the quarterbacks, and in that setting, does he want them to practice as if it's a game where he's throwing it away?
No. That was your second question, though.
Oh, the first question.
You asked your first question, one that you kind of been rehearsing for a couple days, and which is all of us do that. The first time you're ever going to ask a question, you wanted to know what it is and kind of say it a couple times to yourself. What was that question?
That was about a couple years ago. He had mentioned how young and hungry can be dangerous, and I was asking him how he keeps that dangerous identity with now one of the more veteran teams in the league and now having the target on your back.
Yeah, and he didn't play along too much with that question.
Well, he said they're still young, but I'm pretty sure they're the 5th oldest team in the NFL, but I wasn't going to argue with him there.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious, Dante. And so then you struck up the nerve to ask a second question. What was that?
Yes, went back for seconds, and it was about the quarterbacks, and in this setting, does he want them trying to make a play because it's training camp, or to treat it as if it's a game and make the smart move of throwing the ball away?
Yeah, and he liked that question. Can you pull that up here while we're talking, and we can play that response? It's similar to a question that I asked him a year ago that our buddy Henry brought up today, and it was something along the lines of, I said, hey, out here in a training camp setting, do you want a young quarterback like Bo Nix to explore his game?
Yeah, experiment,
and experiment a little bit in a way that you wouldn't do in a game. And, and that's coming from, like, a basketball background of, like, in a practice setting, like, trying a new move that you've been working on, like, in that setting where you wouldn't in a game, and you just kind of explore your game. Dante's question today was sort of similar to that, in that same vein. And go ahead, Dante. Go ahead and play Sean Payton's response.
A good question. Yesterday in the red zone, you get into a competitive period and you're trying to make every play count. And there was a point where I mentioned, hey, train yourself to play it. An incompletion there is a good thing. There's only one time in a game where you'll say you have to go to the end zone, and that's the gotta have it last play. And I think if you're not careful, you'll find yourself forcing it. And so training yourself to be patient came up yesterday.
And he liked the question, Dante.
He did say good question again at the end. Conveniently, our people cut that part out, though.
Look at Dante. His first day asking questions wants his full credit.
Well, if Sean's giving me credit, I'm going to take it.
Oh, of course. And look, we're all human beings, right? So when the head football coach, I think yesterday to me he said fair question.
Yeah.
Even if he gives you that little validation, it's like, okay, like he doesn't hate me or hate my question anyway. But Dante being classic Dante, this is his first press conference ever, okay? He gets the nice question, or he gets the good question from Sean Payton, and he starts elbowing me. Like, yeah, you heard that? Like, while he's answering his question, he's elbowing me in real time to victory lap his question as the question's getting answered. But that is our Dante Gomez.
That's just Dante.
That's just Dante. All right, we'll talk about who else stood out at day one officially of training camp for the Denver Broncos, and he'll hear a little bit more from Sean Payton coming up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various international hot tubs locations across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends at SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because soda was there for me with a personalized nutritionist and a diet plan specifically structured for me. Soda teaches you how to let go of the weight and keep it off for a lifetime, and that's why I can lose that 60 pounds, and I'm never going to gain it back. There are no shots, no pills, no lifetime dependency. This is just real food with expert guidance and habits that last. That's why soda is there for you like they were there for me. Get your 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. That's right. Get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. You got the things that can work for you with soda. 4 weeks free is available now. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. Mention me, Cecil Lammy, there as well. Get right for the rest of the summer. It's SodaDietNutrition.com because soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit vssicolorado.com today.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
The Adams County Fair, powered by United Power, is back from July 29 through August 2nd. Tickets and more information available at adamscountyfair.com. That's adamscountyfair.com.
One-wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, unfinished business.
The air.
This is your happy place.
This is my happy place.
You playing 9 tonight?
I'm going to try to get as many holes as I can.
Okay.
Yep, my 8-year-old is going to meet me here, and we're going to get out there and knock some balls around.
Good.
The last time I was at Saddle Rock was on Monday morning, and I have a witness. Shot a 44. Best round of my life.
So you went from breaking 100.
Breaking 100 on Saturday, yep.
To shooting a
to
44.
Shoot a 44 on the front 9, which would be if you net it out, which golf doesn't work like this, but if you net it out over 18 holes, I'd be breaking 90, which, like, if you asked me 2 months ago, like,
the fact I'm good.
Like, no, but if you would have said 3 months ago, hey, are you capable in the next 5 years to break 90? I'd say no. But I started taking lessons here at Saddle Rock and at Murphy Creek. And Jeff Carter, shout out Jeff Carter. I can't believe it's possible. I thought I was not redeemable. But somehow there's competency in there. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm like, it's like when we started the Rockies season. I'm just looking for competent. I'm looking for competent. That's all. Okay. Happy Friday. You made it to the weekend. I got to tell you, Saturday, tomorrow, from noon to 1 p.m., it's the final giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. We'll be at International Hot Tubs, located at 3550 Arapahoe Ave in Boulder. Phil's former stomping ground.
Here we go.
Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. Okay. Back to training camp and maybe some Sean Payton audio here in just a second. The offense had the best first day of training camp that you could possibly have.
Yes, offense won the day.
Offense won the day. It was Troy Franklin. You know, let's just stick on him for a second.
Okay.
Troy Franklin is Phil. I mean, and you have been on him and buying his stock. He looks so good. It's to the point where I'm like, I'm thrilled that Jalen Waddle's here, but I'm like, I think he probably would have been ready for wide receiver 2 role.
But that's what Troy Franklin told everybody else. If you remember, before Jalen Waddle arrived in Denver, Troy Franklin thought he was going to be the number 2 receiver, and he said, this year coming up, I want to make the Pro Bowl, I want to be a 1,000-yard receiver, and I believe I can do that. And that's just one, understanding the system, being comfortable with the system, having the connection with Bo Nix, and already having that connection with Bo Nix because he played with Bo in Oregon, and now it started to show during the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And then now it's just going out there and playing free, being explosive, working on your craft when it comes to route running ability, and that's exactly what he's doing, and that's exactly what it looks like out there. I mean, Troy Franklin's routes are so crisp, so smooth. And there's one play in particular where Troy had Riley Moss, and it was Riley Moss one-on-one man coverage, and Troy had Riley Moss turned around and caught a pass. And so, like, that's what you love to see, because now it's like, all right, all eyes on Jalen Waddle, all eyes on Cortland Sutton. One-on-one with Troy Franklin, that's a mismatch right there. And if it is man coverage and Troy Franklin is able to get over the top on a nickel or a safety, that's a touchdown. That's a 50-yard explosive play that we were looking for.
Yeah, it's very exciting on the Troy Franklin front. You want to know what else was exciting today? And I'm so thankful that we get to come in here because, as I always say, our tone is going to be a reflection of what we see, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to wake up in the morning and be like, hey, let's crush this guy or let's praise this other guy. Like, we watch practice and we come in and tell you guys the truth. And I'm so thankful we get to speak glowingly about Evan Ingram. He might have had the best day of any pass catcher out there for the Broncos.
And that's exactly what you're looking for. All right, new offense with Davis Webb. Now, of course, some of the offense is the same. There's a couple tweaks here or there, and you're seeing it early. For example, all right, you have Evan Ingram as a tight end, and he's sitting there pretending to block, and then all of a sudden you look up, and he's running up the seam. All right, he's running up the seam, finding space, and you have Jarrett Stidham under center with a good fake, 5-step drop. All right, it's patient enough, throws it up, lays it in the breadbasket, or lays it where his fingers are, I should say.
It was a fingertip catch.
Fingertip catch in between 2 defenders. That's an explosive play from Evan Ingram. That's what we've been asking for, more vertical, plays from Evan Ingram. And then there was another play from Evan Ingram when it came to Sam Ehlinger. And somebody out there might be saying, well, why is Evan Ingram playing with Sam? Evan Ingram's just out there getting reps. It's all about reps right now. There's no depth chart. We know Evan Ingram is making the team, but it's about getting those reps, and that's exactly what he did on this play where he's coming across the field, all right, was able to get separation from a linebacker, and again, Sam Ehlinger was able to find him for a 15, 20-yard explosive play. So Evan Ingram is starting to get involved a lot more. I can't wait to see what he looks like tomorrow.
Yeah, here's Sean Payton after practice. Is Davis Webb influencing play design for Evan Ingram?
I would say yes to some degree. I mean, I think he's trying to find different ways where you might have a matchup, and I think that's a good thing. Now it's just executing, and it's, ball security, catching, the landmarks, some of the nuances. Yeah, I mean, he's one other piece where you're trying to, spread the ball around, and, who's going to earn those touches? Those got to be earned.
Those have to be earned.
Yeah.
And so even though Evan Ingram is not fighting for his job per se, he's fighting for targets.
Yes, he is.
And today took a really good step forward in, trying to reestablish himself, as a starting Denver Bronco tight end.
Well, ZB, he's also fighting for time on the football field because there's a lot of time where Evan Ingram was sitting on the sideline watching the game like you and I.
Sure.
And it's like, why is he not in on this play? Why is it Adam Trotman when you're paying Evan Ingram all this money? And it comes down to taking advantage of your opportunities, catching the ball, being trustworthy.
There you go.
And so if you're not being able to be trusted out there, you're not going to get opportunities. They're going to stop going to you. You won't be the number one progression on a read, and now you're just sitting there with you and I watching that damn game.
Yeah, and that's why that trust factor is why over the last year I have just continued to say, bet on Pat Bryant. Bet on Pat Bryant.
Yeah.
If you don't get let down, right, that reliability rating goes up and up and up, and next thing you know, you're 5 stars. And that's why I'll continue. And Pat Bryant was out there making plays today.
Yes, he was.
As well. It was a good day for Marvin Mims, too, wasn't it?
It was, for the Mimster. I love to see it. And not just – we know that he can make these explosive plays, and he had multiple plays today where they were very explosive. But he was running routes.
Yeah.
He was getting in and out of his breaks. It was a 15-yard out, and he was coming up with the ball, coming down with the ball. All right, there was an explosive play downfield where Bo Nix was able to connect with him for a bomb. That was a 50-yard touchdown, and it was against Riley Moss. And Riley let Mims with that speed get behind him. It was good to see that because for Mims, he's still trying to prove that he belongs on the football field as a receiver.
Right.
He doesn't want to be looked at as just a utility guy. He wants to be looked at as a receiver that can run every route, that can be trusted out there, and building the connection with Bo again like he has in the past. So it was good to see Mims out there making plays and kind of getting a little bit more spunk out of him. Like yesterday he was upset.
Yep.
And he was upset because he wasn't on the same page with Bo Nix. Today, he was a little spry. He was up and upbeat, and he wanted more. And you want to see that from a guy that a lot of people out there think could be traded.
Yeah, and because of the numbers game, I think that it's a relevant conversation and may still be a relevant conversation, even by summer's end, all right? Because we have a 3-year sample size of a real inability of getting him involved on a even semi-regular basis.
Yeah.
So we don't know what they're going to do there. But also, I'm glad you just mentioned this because they bring in Sean Fresh from the UFL.
So fresh and so clean.
And he has an interception yesterday, and it's the biggest defensive play of the day. But what does Sean Fresh also do? He returns kicks.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they have him doing out there today? Returning kicks. But what you can't have, if you are trying to establish yourself, all right, in the NFL, and you're a rookie, and you have hope of overtaking, not overtaking, but being maybe 75% of what Marvin Mims is. And if you're not going to extend Marvin Mims, and you haven't been able to get involved, and in the return game is where it's his real secret sauce, and someone else can do 75% of what you can do, but you can't screw up. And Sean Fresh out there today, fielding a punt, screwed it up, and he muffed it, and it would have been a turnover in an actual game. And that's where I look at it and say, man, oh man, oh man. You know, I'm not so sure in a Super Bowl window if they can move on or will move on from Marvin Mims. Of course they can, but if they will, because of they don't have a substitute or a backup return man that can be 75% of who he is.
ZB, you are right about that, man. When you're on the outside looking in and you're an undrafted free agent and they're giving you an opportunity and you are making plays defensively, but you know you're not going to be on the field. You may be there. You're a depth piece.
Yep.
Your number one ticket on that football field is returning punts and kick returns. And if you can't do that and they can't trust you in catching punts, it's very hard to do. And I remember having to do that to make the team. And every time I got back there, I prayed because I know that if I drop this ball or if I muff this ball, I am not making this team.
Right.
And so for someone like Fresh, he's going to have to do that during preseason. But in order for you to get reps in preseason games, you have to show their coaching staff they can trust you in practice.
Right.
So, yes, one muff today. It can't be something that happens tomorrow.
It can't happen twice.
It can't happen twice. Or they're going to look at it like, okay, we'll just wait until all the cuts are done after the last preseason game, and we can pick up another punt returner that we can rely on if we do decide to get rid of Mims and trade him away before the season starts.
Where here was Sean Payton after practice talking about Marvin Mims.
Demonstrated it time in and time out. You know, there's a lot of confidence that he plays with. He's got that top end speed, but his strength is locating the ball when it's down the field 50 yards or 40 yards, or that he does that really well.
Well, it didn't sound like anyone who or someone rather who was planning on trading Marvin Mims, but always actions over words, and we'll see what ultimately happens there, on the Marvin Mims front. There are a couple other players I want to get to today, and we'll hear from Sean Payton just a little bit more. And then I want to shift gears and just touch on the Jonathan Cooper situation because I was able in the last 24 hours able to obtain the affidavits on the arrest reports and consult with a lawyer on it, and I'll share with you kind of what I've learned, what I think is important from these documents, and what I think is next in that very, very serious conversation that will get even more interesting a little bit later next month. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS-FM Laramie.
The 5 o'clock whistle, powered by Smart Local Union 9 sheet metal workers. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! ZB, put me in the game. I'll catch that punt. I'll catch it. I'll take it to the house. Funny story before we start getting into some serious business here. Yeah. I make the team. We're playing the Arizona Cardinals on a Thursday night.
This was Von Miller's promise.
Von Miller's promise before the Halloween party.
His guaranteed. His guaranteed win.
You got to guarantee it when you can. and
those who forget, the Cardinals were 2-14 the next year.
Tell me it was like 6-2. Come on.
They were a 2-win
team. 6-2,
and Von Miller puffed his chest out and said, "We're going to go down there and kick their ass, and you can put it up there, print it." Like, okay. And you guys did. I mean,
we did. We put it to them. But I'm the third string punt returner, so I know I'm like, hey, I'm not going to get into the game as a punt returner. All I have to do is focus on kick return and, of course, getting the ball a couple times. And sure enough, punt returner goes down, and I'm the second string punt returner. And I'm like, okay, like at least I don't have to worry about that. There's no way 2 punt returners are going down. And if you remember, Deshaun Hamilton puts his hand in there for a fair catch. Guy doesn't see it, runs into him, and knocks him out.
I do remember
that. It hurts his knee. And I'm sitting there, ZB.
Wait, so this is the Cardinals game?
This is the Cardinals game, Thursday night. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, damn, 2 punt returners are out. I feel sorry for who has to go in now, not knowing it was me. He said, Phil, you're up. I'm looking around like, dude, do you know I don't catch punts? I just pretend to do that so I can make the team. So I walk out there, I run out there, and I tell myself, I say, all right, Phil, you got to catch this first one. Like, it's Thursday night. If you muff this is going to be bad for you, man. You could get cut. So I'm going to catch this one, and then we're going to go from there. And sure enough, I catch it. I almost get blasted. The guy misses me. I go and scamper for 15 yards. I get out of bounds. You know me. I start talking my stuff. Like, yeah, and then next time I catch the ball, it's a touchdown. In the back of my head, I said, I'm never catching that again. Sure enough, we go back out there for another punt. And I told everybody there, hey, guys, I'm petering this. I'm just letting you know, even if it's a clean kick.
And real quick, tell people what peter is.
So what petering is, it's a word, it's a slang word in the NFL or college of like, everybody get away from the football.
Yep.
Because I'm not catching the punt. But if a player on your team gets hit by the ball, it's a live ball. So it's like everybody get to the sideline.
So they say, Peter.
So right when the punter got the ball in his hands, I started yelling Peter before it was even kicked. I said, Peter, guys, Peter. And so, like, I get cussed out. And I just said, hey, Coach, look, man, I want us to win this game, and I'm going to be real with you. I don't trust myself catching punts all day long here. Now, I'll do it for you guys because I know there's nobody else, but, like, don't cut me the next day. And he looked at me and said, we're not going to cut your ass. Just get out there. So ever since then, I never had to catch another punt, ZB. But, man, catching punts, more of the story, catching punts is hard.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, there's a couple jobs in sports where, like, you're just out there. It's like,
that is it.
Like, being a pitcher. It's like, dude, no one's coming to save you. Like, if someone comes out there, they're yanking you out of the game. Like, this is on you. And honestly, being a dad, watching my son pitch for the first time this year, dude, I hated it.
You're
man.
On edge, huh?
Yeah, totally. But, like, a punter is like, or not a punter, but a punt returner, like, the whole stadium is just watching this football fall from the clouds. And if you guys haven't been out to NFL practice and see how high these punts go, I mean, it's like they drop out of heaven.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get under it and locate it. I cannot imagine what that would look like. You know what we should do, though? Like, how many guys at our radio station do you think could field a punt?
Ooh, good question. Probably just me, ZB, to be honest with you. Do you think you can?
I do.
You know what we should do? See if Jeremy or somebody like that would or let's use the jugs. One
Yeah,
day, let's
yeah,
see if
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
let us use the jugs after our practice, see if we can catch the ball. I'm sure they would let us do it.
Stoke probably would.
Stoke can't catch anything to save his life anymore. He's done.
I mean, he's definitely done. But, like, he might be able to feel the punt. I don't know.
He used to.
Mike, no.
Put Mike back there.
Cecil, no. Dover, maybe. I don't know.
We got to get the jugs machine because they won't let us punter.
Yeah.
Let's get the jugs machine out there.
Real quick, today was the first time that we saw Jalen Waddle really be able to showcase his talents.
Yeah.
You know, and open it up, because the first 2 days of the acclimation period were mostly tight red zone, and that's not where you're going to see Jalen Waddle, like his skill set that got him drafted, where he got drafted in exchange for a first-round pick earlier this offseason. But today we saw it, and man, oh man, that guy just has a gravitational pull, and it doesn't matter if he's getting the ball or not. He is either helping himself or he is helping someone else. Very like Tyreek Hill light, and I think of, obviously basketball background growing up, and I think of the gravitational pull that Steph Curry had on a basketball court. And when he started to shoot deeper threes and pull defenses out 4 feet behind the
that's crazy.
3-point line, and what that does for everyone else, the geometry of a basketball court when you're able to shoot threes, yes, but even deeper threes. It reminds me of what Tyreek Hill provided for the Chiefs, and or smacks of it. It's like, and so.
Are you ready to admit that Jalen Waddle will be receiver 1 this year? Is that what you're getting at?
No, because
Come on, ZB.
I'm still going to put my chips on Cortland Sutton.
Come on, ZB.
But Waddle's presence is only going to help Sutton, and it's really going to help with both of those guys help the third wide receiver. And today was the first real glimpse of it, what it looks like, and it was glorious.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle was lined up all over the place. He was on the outside as an X. He was on the inside as a slot. They had him going deep. He was having routes where he was coming back, maybe a couple slants, a couple 5-yard dig routes. Like, he was doing it all, and Bo Nix was connecting with him. And you're right, all eyes were on Waddle, and not just for the fans. We're talking about the defense. The defense was stressed out because of his speed, because of the way he's able to sink his hips, get in and out of those breaks, and even stop on a dime. And so now all the attention goes to Waddle, and then you have someone like Cortland Sutton with this big body coming across the middle on a 15, 20-yard catch. This is why you're bringing in Jalen Waddle. This is what you want to see. And for Waddle, he's going to have to, at times, he's going to have to be patient because he's going to be a decoy guy. He'll be a decoy guy like he was today, ZB. And you alluded to it earlier. There was a play where they had trips left, where there's 3 receivers on one side. Cortland, Troy Franklin, and Jalen Waddle. Man, those 3 right there, they can do some damage. And now you're fearing that speed from Troy Franklin and Jalen Waddle. Well, in this set, the trips, you had Waddle who was pretending to get a screen. You had Court that was pretending to block. And all of a sudden, you had Troy Franklin leaking up the field with his speed. That could have been an explosive play if Bo Nix could have connected with Troy.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to see how, this is all, used this summer, then, of course, into the fall. And I asked Sean Payton, you used the phrase stop on a dime a minute ago with Waddle.
Yeah.
And I said, Sean, you have talked about Waddle, like in his attributes, at the top of Waddle's attributes is his ability to sink his hips and stop and go from 60 to 0, in addition to go from 0 to 60, and he jumped in and wanted to talk about that.
Well, there's 2 ways to separate. You can run faster than everyone, and he has really good speed. And then if you can stop fast, and he's able to match speed and then sink his hips, that is unique. And that's why you see like coverage that ends up looks like 3 yards off, because there's that threat of speed, and then his ability to sink his hips is unique.
Yeah, it is, and we're watching it, and we're going to see it on display in games. And then I followed up because he kind of jumped in the middle of my question. I said, well, Sean, hold on. Bo Nix threw more balls to hitch routes than anyone else in pro football last year by a meaningful margin. Over 700 yards of his 3,900, whatever it was, over 700, nearly 800 were to hitch routes. You think of those hitch routes, slamming on the brakes.
Coming back to the ball.
Yeah. And I said, hey, is Bo Nix does that more than anyone else in the league, and the number 1 attribute you say for Waddle is slamming on the brakes. Is that what made this a perfect fit? And this is what Sean Payton said.
I would say this, according to who? Don't say PFF, please. All right, and that's probably what you're looking at in a quick. And so whether it's a hitch, a Harvey, a stop, we have 5 different versions of it. But certainly timing, and those are things that he does well, yeah. Force a cushion and then immediately have separation.
force a cushion, and then immediately drop those hips, stop, create that separation. I'm really excited to see that combination because he's having some fun with me there because he's like, according to who? He threw the most hitch routes according to who? And really, I was right next to Nick Kosmider, and that's where I got the information from.
This guy.
And I almost did. But I didn't throw
him under the bus.
I didn't throw anyone under the bus. I took it. It was my question. It's cool. And he had some fun with me. But I'm really looking forward to see that dynamic. A route that Bo really loves to throw to, syncing up with the number one attribute for Jalen Waddle, according to Sean Payton.
Man, and it's going to be a beautiful sight to see, ZB, when they start to truly get on the same page. We just started this journey with Bo Nix and Jalen Waddle, right? Bo Nix has a great connection, great chemistry with Cortland Sutton. But once he gets on the same page with Waddle and Waddle's able to open up, now everybody else's game gets to open up, and everybody else – his game is going to free up, and now they're going to be making explosive plays just because Jalen Waddle and his presence alone being out there on that football field.
Yeah, and by the way, quick house cleaning. We were like, hey, who at the station could catch a punt? And I really wish the Broncos made every media member who's out there try to catch a punt.
Kind of like the Nuggets did with
the media game.
Yeah.
The media game. And say, you guys want to come in and play our coaches who are all like D1 guys?
MVP. But, hey, you were the MVP,
I did win the MVP of the game. I did. I'll never deny that. But Will Peterson texted and he said, He goes, I promise you I could catch a punt, which is just classic Will.
Come on, Will.
And you could have told me Dante sent that. I would have believed it as well. And then he said, I've played softball with Dover. It ain't happening.
Oh,
that's what Will said, taking a shot at Josh.
We need to ask Josh because Josh said he was going to win the MVP when it came to the media,
he was
media
saying
game,
that.
And my man didn't come close to that.
No, he did not. He did not. He did not. All right. So shifting gears here a little bit, and on a more serious note, okay, I have obtained the documents in the Jonathan Cooper story here within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's obviously a heavier subject, but I got the affidavit for the arrest. I got the summons and complaint for the court filing, along with the affidavit for the arrest warrant, and I have all this stuff. And what I wanted to do was straight up read the report. And unfortunately, guys, it's like almost 9 pages long. There is so much to it, and it doesn't lend itself to, our format.
Yep.
So what I did is I read through it, and I don't think I'm smart enough to navigate this stuff on my own because this is not my space. So what I did is I reached out to a very successful lawyer that I trust and have a really good relationship with, and I said, hey, can you review these documents, and then we can circle back up and kind of discuss what, just like formulate a plan on how I was going to relay this across the radio. So there's a couple things that I think need to be mentioned, all right? Before I start any of this, I am not here to pick a side. I am not here to tell you that Jonathan Cooper is a good person. I'm not here to tell you that Jonathan Cooper's a bad person, okay? I'm just here to pass along what I think is some relevant information from documents that nearly everyone doesn't have, okay? One of the things that stood out, all right, from the affidavit is that the sergeant on the night of the original incident where things allegedly got violent, the sergeant labeled the accuser, so the woman, as the primary aggressor.
Okay.
That is a really, really important detail here that I'm not sure that we were aware of, okay? When the sergeant lists her as the primary aggressor, the lawyer that I was speaking to said, you're not going to be able to unring that bell. So that is in, and that will be used in court if this thing goes to court.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the end of all this, I'll speculate what I think is going to happen here over the next handful of weeks. So that was important. And there's like these things that, so what happened was, back to the genesis of what happened, Jonathan Cooper was on his phone. She is over his apartment, and he is texting. And he's laughing and smiling at the text. And she believes that he is texting another woman right in front of her. So she loses it, right? And she grabs his phone and throws it against the wall. She allegedly took this like dinner dish, that like this bowl, and smashed it against the wall. And the cops say like, well, can you show us like the physical evidence? And Jay Coop says, yeah, right here. Here's where she damaged the wall. Here's where she damaged the wall. So, okay. There's.
And this is where she becomes a primary aggressor because of the initiating it, grabbing his phone, throwing the bowl.
Yes. And, you know, what's going to come into very important play here is this nurse. Because you remember when the police first showed up, the officers say they get her account of things, and then they say, wait, the physical evidence on you does not match your account of the situation. And this is going to come into play majorly if this ever goes to court. Because Jonathan Cooper is 6'5", 250. You want to know her size? 5'2", 120. Okay?
Yeah.
So when she says, hey, he threw me to the ground, I got up, he threw me to the ground again, I got back up, he threw me to the ground for a third time, he put his hands around my neck and lifted me off the ground.
For a minute, right? It was around
For
a minute.
60 seconds, that's what she said. And there's no damning photos to match that sort of accusation from someone that big against someone that small. Again, I'm not here to tell you what happened or what didn't happen, but that dynamic is going to be prevalent in court if this does go to court. And let me put a pin in this real quick. They're going to court potentially with Harvey Steinberg. Guys, Harvey Steinberg is one of the most feared lawyers in this region of the country. He is going to have a team with him to attack this case. And you can go back, and if you want to look at a case that seems so improbable that he was going to win, I encourage you to go do some digging to the Parrish Cox case, where the courtroom gasped when they read the verdict that Harvey Steinberg, was going to get him off. There was a gasp because it seemed so obvious, and they had so much physical evidence. But that's who Harvey Steinberg is. And he,
I don't know if the man has lost yet, ZB. Truly, I would have to go back and look. I'm not guessing he has, but dude, the dude just gets people off no matter what it is.
Yes, and the Broncos have used this guy forever, and he has helped other players that don't even play in Denver anymore, and they circle back and use Harvey, and so I wanted to mention that, okay, and the nurse in this situation, who says that Jonathan Cooper gave his now ex-girlfriend a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. I was told by this lawyer who reviewed these documents and that I consulted with, he said Harvey Steinberg is going to have a field day with this nurse dynamic. He's going to have a field day. Like, when the nurse really needs something, who does she call?
The doctor.
The doctor. This is a nurse, and they're going to argue that she is not qualified, and this is way outside her scope of expertise. This is someone with a bachelor's degree. And they are going to be all over this. And they're also going to grill her. How did she reach the determination of hypoxia? And Harvey Steinberg will hire an independent doctor and prove that this woman doesn't have a traumatic brain injury and that the evidence is not consistent with strangulation.
Yeah.
And nurses legally are not hired to give medical diagnosis. And Harvey Steinberg is not going to let that stand up. Now, a forensic nurse, who she is, she's not allowed to give a medical diagnosis.
But she did.
She did. And so, like, this is going to, like the quote I was given by this lawyer, okay, he said, Harvey is going to shred this dynamic of this. And that's what upgraded this to a felony, is what the nurse said.
Yeah.
Because, just a reminder, the officer said, this doesn't make sense. What you're saying happened to you, and the physical evidence here doesn't match up. And so they're going to pounce on that. And they're also going to bring experts up and rip that nurse's qualifications, okay? And we also have to remember that, I say remember, a lot of people don't realize, when they arrested both of these guys, okay, the man and the woman, she had more protections after that incident than he did.
Well, explain that one more time. People may have forgot. We talked about this once, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, so like after this arrest, they'll like file paperwork and there'll be like 10 boxes, and like they check what boxes apply, and like one box will be like, you can't reach out to, the other party by phone.
Yeah.
You can't, be at her place of residence. You can't be at her job. You can't carry a firearm from here on moving. Like, there's a bunch of boxes to be checked. She, after this incident, had more boxes checked than Jonathan Cooper did, where she was not allowed to his apartment, and she was not allowed to his place of employment, which is Broncos Parkway.
Well, she, in this case, is the primary aggressor.
That's what the sergeant said. And so
in this case, I don't know.
Yeah, yep. And so, like, there's a lot to this, okay? There's a lot to this, all right? And then when you go back to the text messages that were sent, that no one has put out there, and I'm going to read them to you here, that I have these text messages. So we all remember after the incident, everyone told him within the Broncos, Greg Penner included, fall back from the situation.
Yeah.
Do not
stay away.
Yeah, stay away from the situation. And for whatever reason, Jonathan Cooper did not listen. A very, very foolish decision-making. That's my opinion. I'm editorializing it. That's my opinion. It's very foolish. He tried to call her. He tried to call her through the Snapchat app, and he tried to FaceTime her with his iPhone, and she did not pick up any of those calls. He then started texting her. Now, I'm going to read his text messages, but just understand, never any time here did she respond. So he's texting to someone who's not responding. And this is what he reached out and say. And I'm just going to read it how he has it, okay? So I'm not going to, like, clean it up for him because I want to be literal. I'm reading from an affidavit, so I'm going to be, you know.
You got to.
He said, I'm sorry. I don't know why you were so scared in the beginning. Separate text. I just want to see you before you went away. Separate text. I was knocking on your door for 5 minutes. Separate text. Please, I won't betray you. Separate text. And you want to know what? Forgive me. I started in the wrong spot. Okay, I started in the wrong spot, so I'm going to go back to the beginning in the order in which it had.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I'm trying to keep this all organized. The first text. Pray you're good, for real. Not seeing anyone or talking to anyone, especially Jaden. Separate text. I don't care what the court says. You can talk to me or at least F me for real. I'm upset and horny. Separate text. For real, though. Separate text. You can say something, or are you really worried about the law? Separate text. I'm just going to want to F at this point. I ain't seen my kids in 2 going on 4 weeks of you not on that. Just say something.
He's probably saying if you're not
on
that.
If you're not on that, just say he said, say nothing.
Say nothing.
Or what are you going to give my messages for lawyer? Separate text. Can I slide? Separate text. You can say no. Separate text. Are you scared of the law? Separate text. Be the only way they find out is through me. Can you stop being scared? It's just me. Separate text. I'm sorry, I don't know why you were so scared in the beginning. Separate text. I just wanted to see you before you went away. Separate text. I was knocking on your door for 5 minutes. Separate text. Please, I won't betray you. Separate text. Would rather not tell anyone anything. I can't believe this happened, and it makes me very sad. Separate text. I'm sorry for everything. If you want to leave and you don't see how I lived you, I'm sorry. I'm sure he meant loved there.
Yeah.
Separate text. No fear. It's been me, and I've loved you the best I could. If you're leaving me and done now, I don't know. Separate text. I'm sad, and without you, I feel low. Separate text. You were supposed to take care of me. That was the final text.
And she never texts back.
Never texts
back at all.
But what's noteworthy and deserves to be pointed out is that there's one scenario where she is so scared of him, that's why she's not texting him back. But there's a separate scenario because she was given more restrictions to stay away from him because she was the primary aggressor, that she's scared of getting in trouble with the law, and that's why she's not texting back. I'm not going to pretend to call that because I don't know her heart and I don't know her mind, and I don't know his heart and his mind either.
Well, it seems like in this text message, like he's out of his mind. Like Jay Coop, whether he's drinking or whatever he's doing, and it's just like text after text after text. It's a bit concerning. That's it. It's a bit concerning.
Well, it looks like, and here's where I'll give my opinion. It looks like he's kind of spiraling.
Yes.
And so, look, the whole situation is not good. And I've just relayed some stuff, that I think was pertinent after talking with a lawyer. We'll take a quick time out, and when we come back, I'll tell you what I think is next in this story. And we'll do that coming up next.
5 years, $70 million. That's Denver's reported offer. Payton Watson's camp allegedly wants more than $25 a year. Milwaukee, the Clippers, and Atlanta are all pushing for a sign and trade. And word is Watson might just take the QO, play for $6.5 million, and bet on himself next summer. So what happens next? Does Watson blink? Does Denver budge? Or does somebody swoop in and take him? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here, hanging out with The Drive at Saddle Rock Golf Course. We're going to be here until just about 6 o'clock. This is one of my happy places, guys. I love being at Saddle Rock. It's definitely my home course. I live maybe less than 2 miles away. I'm here all the time. Just played here last weekend, broke 100 for the first time, made my whole freaking weekend, and we'd love to see you. You can also come play a twilight round here at Saddle Rock. 7 o'clock or later. I just learned about this. 7 o'clock or later, just $25 walking. You can play that Saddle Rock round at twilight, and you're going to see excellent mountain views, some of the best mountain views of any golf course in the state of Colorado. And also, if you and your partner play golf together, there's a fun event for couples coming up at Spring Hill Golf Course on Sunday, September 12th. You can learn more about that at golfaurora.com. All right, guys, we'd love to see you. We're here at Saddle Rock, going to be here until about 6 o'clock. Come say hello.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Stoke here from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending next Wednesday. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Government fleet vehicle and equipment auction ending next Wednesday. Got all kind of cars, trucks, SUVs, UTVs, John Deere full-wheel drive RTV. I'm telling you, motorcycles. This thing is packed full of some unbelievable items. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now, ending next Wednesday, only at Roller RollerAuction.com.
Hey, this is Rob Biandino at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. If you've been injured in a car accident or property damage, you need our help. I handle all my cases personally. I know all the medical experts, all the damage experts to get you the most for your injuries and your damages. If you're injured in an accident, call me. I will go to war for you. The insurance company knows that I'm a trial lawyer. That will get you more money, a better settlement at the end of the day. Give me a ring, 720-706-5151. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. Their salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Summer just got even sweeter with soft drinks under $1 at McD's. Get any size soft drink, like a Coke, Sprite, or sweet tea, just 99 cents. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The new 2026 Honda CR-V was built for Colorado, and July is the perfect time to get one at Champ Honda. Whether you're crushing and cruising city streets or heading to the mountains, the CR-V delivers the comfort and capability you need all summer long. Champ Honda has the largest inventory since before COVID, so you have plenty of great options to choose from. And with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, you know you'll be treated fairly with no games and no hidden charges. And remember, they never charge dealer handling fees.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Trade Gen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4, live here from Saddle Rock Golf Course.
All right, going to be out there hitting them around with my 8-year-old, fired up about that.
Got matching shirts on.
We do have matching shirts. We have turned into that family.
I love it.
Hey, I want to tell you what I think is next in the Jonathan Cooper situation.
Yeah, it's pretty deep and dark right now, man. So, what are you thinking?
So I'll tell you here in 10 seconds. Before we do that, tomorrow from noon to 1, it is the final giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. We'll be at International Hot Tubs, located at 3550 Arapahoe Ave in Boulder. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. Okay, so I passed along. In addition to what we already knew, I passed along a couple other pertinent things that I think that we need to know about this case, okay? And now is when I'm going to hypothesize of what I think is going to happen next.
Educated guess.
An educated guess.
There we go. I'm learning from you.
You are learning. You're learning. So yes, I am speculating, but I think I'm doing so from a place of a consultation with a very smart lawyer, knowing the information that is in these affidavits that I was able to obtain here in the last 24 hours. Okay. Given the fact that the sergeant that evening in question labeled her the primary aggressor.
Yep.
All right. Given the fact that we think, I think, when I say we, I'm referring to the conversation I had with this bright lawyer, that Harvey Steinberg is going to take the nurse component of this and shred it for the reasons that we itemized in the most previous segment. All right, they're also going to bring in experts and rip her qualifications in doing so. Okay, and we need to remember and understand that the other side, so like her and her legal team, they know what's in this affidavit. They have all this information, and they're game theorying it out what this looks like against Harvey Steinberg and his team. All right, and also we need to understand that the district attorney is going to have to want to press forward with this. And do you want to do that? You know, with
all the information.
With all the information. And, like, do you want to do that? And my guess is no. And also, these have to be conversations with her, the girlfriend. And is she going to cooperate with this, understanding the landscape of it? And I've heard a small whisper that the answer to that question is no.
That she's not going to cooperate?
Correct. And I also look at the situation. The Denver Broncos have all of this stuff, and they are allowing Jonathan Cooper on the field. And then you have the head coach, and I think that's very purposeful and meaningful. And then you have the head coach of the Denver Broncos yesterday, Sean Payton, I believe accidentally letting something slip.
Yeah.
When he said at the end of that, and we talked about it the day that it happened, when he said, I think this is going to be over soon. Or how, he said some sort of version of that.
Sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later, we'll know all this, pretty soon. And it was like, wait a second. We'll know all this pretty soon with the information that we had. And the arraignment isn't until the end of August. This thing is not going to be resolved till next offseason. Why would he say that?
Because they know, and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Greg Penner, Sean George,
Yeah.
Harvey is talking to him, of course.
Yes.
And that's why the Broncos are letting Jonathan Cooper out there practice.
Yes.
They haven't fired him yet or cut him yet.
No.
They're expecting him to play this year.
They are. Well, let's get to that here in a second, too. But I think the Broncos know that this thing is going away. And I think Sean Payton knew when he said that, which I don't think he should have said that, but I think there's a reason he said it. Even though he shouldn't have said it, that's coming from somewhere. It's a place of information. And I think the Broncos and Sean Payton know that at the end of next month, this thing is going away. And again, just to reiterate,
supporting him too, right?
Yep.
Sean saying we're
Yep.
supporting him.
Yep.
We're supporting him.
Yep.
Why is that? Because they're confident that this is going to probably go away.
Yep. And again, just to re-emphasize, I am not here to promote one side or the other. I'm reacting to the affidavits, and I'm reacting to a conversation with a lawyer who knows the intricacies of how this will work with Harvey Steinberg specifically. I'm not here to say Jonathan Cooper's a good guy or a bad guy, okay? Or he didn't do this. And just because if this goes away, it doesn't mean that Jonathan Cooper didn't do some of this stuff.
Means the charges get dropped.
It just means the charges in this scenario. The way that I think this is going to trend, I think that the charges are going to get dropped. Does that mean Jonathan Cooper didn't do anything wrong? No, of course not. But I'm reacting to the reality of what I think is going to happen.
Now, with that all being said, the charges could be dropped. You still do believe that the NFL is going to say, hey, we're going to still lay the hammer down, and you're being suspended for the 6 games because we're not tolerating this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be all 6, Phil. I'm really not. It's a very gray situation. In fact, Mike Kliss earlier in the show shared with us that he believes the Broncos have reached out to the NFL for sort of guidance on this.
The protocol.
And because there's so much gray area and because it's so murky that the response to the Broncos are, we're not sure. We're not sure. And so, again, I'm not privy to those conversations. I'm not sure about that specifically. But, yes, going back to the question about the league, you got yourself involved with this. You've made some really poor decisions. Whether it works out for you or not, you made some really poor decisions. Yeah. And the league, I think, is going to suspend Jonathan Cooper, not next season like we thought just a couple weeks ago. I think in September, I think he's out for at least 4 games, potentially the full 6.
So, I mean, kind of to bring it back to football, when you're watching these practices moving forward, if somebody like Q Robinson's getting more opportunities and Jay Cooper's sitting there on the side, that's because the Broncos know something's coming. Maybe it is a suspension. It's like, hey, if we can't have Jonathan Cooper the first 6 games,
right.
Jonah Ellis, Tillman, these guys have to get more involved. We have to get someone like Q Robertson up to par, up to pace, so that he can play this year and be ready to go just in case this does go through and Jay Coop is suspended.
Yeah, it's a man. It's I'll tell you, it's not. It's this it's my least favorite type of conversations, but it's extremely relevant, especially this week. And being able to obtain those documents, I wanted to just get out and have that conversation. Okay, on the football side, today was the official first day of Denver Broncos training camp. What was our single biggest takeaway? That's how we'll finish up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various international hot tubs locations across the metro area. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at Aero Seal Colorado. Hey, when your air conditioning is kicking on and that cold air is flowing through your HVAC's ducts, is it going where it's supposed to go with the pressure that it's supposed to have? Or are you not getting the best of your system? All right, that means you have temperature inconsistencies, it's hotter upstairs, colder downstairs, room-to-room comfort issues. That was the case in my house. My daughter's room was probably 8 to 10 degrees warmer than the master bedroom. And that was the case until Aero Seal Colorado came to my house and they aero sealed my ducts, all right? With their patented technology, they seal your HVAC's ducts from the inside. It is a phenomenal process, and they changed my house forever. They have a 4.9 rating on Google, a truly innovative approach to making your home more comfortable. Go learn what I already know at aerosealcolorado.com. That's AERO Seal Colorado.com.
You've waited all year for this moment. Make sure you're prepared when you finally draw back. At Shields, we're right there with you. We have the expertise and premium gear hunters need to gain the edge. Right now, till August 2nd, our hunting sale event is on with savings on the best gear. And if you're a Shields Visa card member, you'll earn extra points on every Shields purchase. Gain the edge you're looking for and save this season at Shields.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? Trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice, this is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able.
Bring Able to the table.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, final segment here on a Friday. There's a gentleman here that just showed up, and very, very kind. He is a collector of old golf clubs.
Oh, okay.
And he, after one of our, you might have seen him giving me clubs after our round. His name is Bobby Spencer, so I want to give him a shout out.
Appreciate you, Bobby.
He gave me, Josh Dover, and Brandon Stokely some really old clubs. I mean, these clubs are from like like the 50s, like the clubs where they're still made of wood, and there's screws into the face of the club where you hit the ball. 4 screws. I mean, I'd never seen anything like it. So
is it hanging up? I know you're not using them.
No, so he actually said you can go out and hit them, but they're more for probably display. It's like a history of the game of golf, and he's a big fan of the history of the game and wants to preserve it. So he handed these clubs down, and I'm going to pick his brain here right after we're done. Do you remember what the heck I teased into? Because it's a final segment on a Friday.
About how good looking I am.
No, definitely.
About how good looking I am.
What we learned today, what was our biggest takeaway? Our single biggest takeaway out at Denver Broncos training camp, officially day number 1. What was it for you?
My biggest takeaway is a player. I love what I saw out of Evan Ingram today. There was a couple plays where he was very explosive, springy, was able to get the separation. There was a play with Jarrett Stidham where Jarrett Stidham's under center has a good play-action fake, has a 5-step drop, very patient back there, waiting for the play to develop. Evan Ingram on a seam route was able to get between 2 defenders and had great focus on the football, was able to come down with the ball with his fingertips for an explosive play. That would have been a touchdown. I truly believe would have been a touchdown if it was in a real-life game. And then another one was with Sam Ehlinger, and Evan Ingram was lined up as a tight end, was able to come across the football field. We're seeing a lot more of the tight end coming across on these crossing routes and was able to get separation that way, ZB, and was able to catch the ball for a 15, 20-yard gain as well. So what I'm trying to say is Davis Webb, the new offensive play caller, is trying to get Evan Ingram going early, and that's something that we wanted to see early for Evan Ingram, ZB.
Yeah, really, really big day. And I remember saying, in our lead up to training camp, saying, man, I think Evan Ingram needs a really nice start to the summer.
Jump start, yeah.
Because if he started slow, it sort of in some ways validates the lackluster play that we saw a year ago. So the fact that, on a non-acclimation day, so the official first day of training camp, he kind of kicked the door down and made a real impact that you could feel. It just sets a good tone for him for the summer, and I think maybe in some ways for the Broncos coaching staff recalibrates who this guy is supposed to be. We know what he wasn't a year ago, right? That story's been told over and over, but who he can be this year, and if the coaching staff, Sean Payton, is still receptive to who he can be, it's a really good, exciting start for Ingram. Who else shined out there? Really, like
the whole receiver core.
Yeah, the whole receiving core. I think that that was my biggest takeaway, and I know I said this, but it bears repeating. This is my 10th first day of Broncos training camp. I've seen 10 first days, starting a decade ago with Trevor Siemian against Paxton Lynch in the decision.
Ooh-wee.
And then in 2018 was Case Keenum. And then 2019 was Joe Flacco. And then 2020 was, Drew Lock. And it just went on like this. So this was the best day one of training camp that I have seen in 10 years, and it's just wildly encouraging because the offense was the biggest question mark coming into the season. They were disjointed, if not janky, a year ago. They blew super hot and cold, and it just kind of sparked life of like, man, could this be an elite offense in the NFL? Like a 2026 elite offense to match this defense? Because if it's even, close to that, all right, there's no roof, there's no ceiling on the 2026 Denver Broncos.
They can definitely be an elite offense if they can continue to grow together, if they can continue to make plays. They got the playmakers to do that. Jalen Waddle brings something different than Courtland Sutton. Troy Franklin brings something different than Courtland Sutton and Jalen Waddle. Okay, you have 3 different running backs or even 4 different running backs that you can plug in there, and hopefully J.K. can stay healthy because he looks really good. He looks slimmed out, like I said earlier. And he did say something that maybe we'll talk about Monday about him going back to his college weight. So this offense as a whole, they look good. It seems like they understand what they need to do. They're not restarting in the whole offense. They kind of know the game plan, and now it's about tweaks. It's about Davis Webb putting a couple new plays in there, tweaking a route here or there to be a little bit more explosive, utilizing the play action, utilizing the motioning a little bit more. All right, things like that are going to help the Denver Broncos out this year and keep them on the football field on 3rd and longs, on 3rd and shorts, just keep them moving the chains.
Yeah, and speaking of Dobbins, God, that guy's a character, man.
I know.
He got up there and did one of the most unique press conferences you will ever see. If you didn't miss it, just turn on social media or watch the news tonight, because I promise you that's what's going to be featured. This guy is hilarious. He is just so uniquely J.K. Dobbins. I mean, his personality is rather infectious, all right? He is promising repeatedly.
Pinky
promising. Yeah, Dante, go ahead and play that. This is J.K. Dobbins earlier today with his pinky promises.
Oh. I know a lot of people always say, oh, he's good for the first 10 weeks. Like, I'll be in the top 3 for the first 10 weeks, right? And they'll be like, oh, he does this every time. Well, this year, forget a top 3. I keep saying it. People think I'm crazy, but I'm going to be number 1. And I'm going to keep it there for the whole year. 17 games. A lot of people always get mad when I say, yeah, the injuries are over, because I said it last year, but that one was pretty fluky, right? This year, there won't be any. And there won't be anything for anyone to say about my injuries, because I'm going to play all 17 games, and I'm going to give my team everything I got for all 17 games, and I will be there for all 17 games. We can. I'll pinky promise all of you right now.
I'll pinky promise you. And then he went on to say, if I get hurt, I'll buy you a drink.
I'm gonna buy you a drink.
And he's saying this, and then he turns to someone else. He turns to a woman that must have been there. He goes, if I get hurt, I'll buy you a blue dress.
Like, damn.
And he just started making these promises, and I'm like, this guy is
stop.
He is on one.
I'm just JK. Just stop when you're ahead, man.
Yes.
I love that. Like, he's confident, and he should be. And if he does stay healthy, he is a top 5 running back in this league. But I'm not picky promising anything. This is a physical sport, CB.
It is. And
you go out there today and get hurt tomorrow. Just put your head down and grind and work. That's all I want to see.
There you go. Perfect place to leave it. Really fun week. Thank you for being on this journey with us, guys. The training camp journey has just begun. We'll be back on Monday at 2 o'clock to react to more Broncos training camp. Big shout out to Saddle Rock Golf Course for having us here and treating us like gold. We say so long. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to one another this weekend. We step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Football camp about to open on both sides of the state, and both CU and CSU are starting over. In Boulder, Dion's got 2 new coordinators, another portal overhaul, and Julian Lewis trying to prove he's the guy after a 3-9 disaster. In Fort Collins, Jim Morris building from scratch with 75% roster turnover, a 3-way QB battle, and a brand new conference. Which program is trending in the better direction and can either get to a bowl game? We're about to find out. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, everybody, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Happy Friday. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question to your special somebody. And if that's the case, then you know you need a diamond. So let me, myself and I, save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting that next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something big for yourself, because all of us deserve to be spoiled at least once in our life, this is where it's all going to begin for you at Williams Jewelers. Close your eyes and imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family. And of course, their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver.